door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. However, if left untreated, could lead to costly repairs. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. If your garage door is noisy, if bugs are getting in, or if it struggles to open, your garage door is in need of repair. From simple repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one. We fix garage doors fast and with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Our springs, rollers, and openers are tested by running them up and down, open and closed all day, 24/7, so you can feel confident with every A1 garage door repair. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home. Keep those creepy crawlers outside by calling A1 Garage Door Service today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
A1Garage.com, A1 from day one.
Call today and take advantage of our $29.95 tune-up special.
Planning holiday get-togethers means making tough, last-minute decisions. But preparing the perfect meal shouldn't be one of them. So let the Fresh from Florida Club help. Members can browse hundreds of recipes, from sweet corn and sausage stuffing to Florida spiny lobster bisque, each with local, in-season ingredients to create and save holiday menus ahead of time. Visit freshfromflorida.com and join the free Fresh from Florida Club. It could be the easiest decision you'll make all year.
Give your home a gift for the holidays by upgrading your old windows and doors with the latest designs from Renewal by Andersen. Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim windows and doors offer excellent insulation, reducing energy loss and helping to lower your utility bills while maintaining a comfortable indoor temperature year-round. Plus, they offer peace of mind. With Acclaim Impact windows and doors, you're investing in a product that not only enhances your home's beauty, but also significantly boosts its safety and value. Here's what Joni had to say. Great workers and beautiful job. Love it. All the employees are wonderful. Thank you all. For December, Renewal by Andersen is offering buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors, plus zero money down, zero payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Bonus, free True Scene screen upgrade for the first 50 customers. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
Although on the go, he'll fight for you with a firm hand and a spirit true. When you're down and feeling low, injured on the go, just call Mo.
Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, sung by non-attorney.
It's the time of year when everyone is making plans to hit the road. If you're gearing up to get outside, Amazon Automotive is here to help. Whether you're hitting the beach, the trail, or somewhere in between, you'll find great deals on parts and accessories for your car, truck, motorcycle, or RV. Simply visit us online to customize your vehicle with a wide selection of floor mats, bike racks, camping equipment, power sports, accessories, and more. Get going today at Amazon.com/automotive. That's Amazon.com/automotive.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com. Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, December 2nd, 2024. Lots to get to today, from the Hunter Biden pardon drama to the most insane Cyber Monday deals on the internet and chaos at the Thanksgiving dinner table, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Good. Pretty good. Pretty good. How about you?
Good. Staring down what we got 3 weeks? What do we got before the end of the 3 weeks before the end of the show, for the year, not forever. I said that in a very dark and
you
devious
never know
way
these days.
Yeah, I don't know. They might just give us our walking papers on the way out when we're done in December here.
It is right before the holidays.
Here you go.
But here is an insulated cup to say goodbye.
Well, you already got your hoodie, right? You got the iHeartRadio hoodie from them.
Right,
so.
I do. Oh,
well, perfect.
Wrong
Is
label. Here we go.
Right, there we go. Yeah, perfect weather for that out there. How was everybody's Thanksgiving? How'd it go?
It was great. I almost went by too fast.
Yeah. What'd you do? Anything fun?
Well, I had some soccer stuff. The family came up Friday and met the parents. We had a parent-on-parent meetup.
Oh, the first time, the gathering of the parents.
Oh,
okay. Yes. How'd that go? Any friction?
No, the complete opposite, to the point where Nicole and I looked at each other like, we don't even need to be here right now. They're getting along so great. We're like, did you want to ask us any questions? And they're just, no, having the time of their lives. So I would say A+.
That's like when your significant other's parents are getting along with yours so well that you almost think, wait, is this bad? Should there be should this be a little less smooth?
I thought we bought way too much food to make up for the awkwardness, and now we have a bunch of food and zero awkward, so it worked out.
You didn't have to cook anything, and you weren't even in control of getting the food from last you told on the show.
You
got to cruise through this thing.
I was part of the cleanup and the preparation. So I did the pressure washing and the setup of the tables and the chairs and all that. And my parents, I told you guys a couple weeks ago, they got the RV, the retirement RV.
Mm-hmm. How many dogs did they bring?
6 dogs.
Oh.
It was the 6 dogs.
Oh, my God. Wait, hold on. Let's get into this. What kind of dogs we talk about? Any big dogs?
No,
or are we
no.
all little guys?
It's all little guys. We have Paquita, who is 17, blind and deaf. I mean, her eyes are whole milk as far as the color goes. And then we have the 3 Yorkies. We have 4 Yorkies. Never mind.
Because army of Yorkies.
It was a Yorkie party. So, I mean, it worked out really great. It's just so funny. Because my parents, like the home I grew up in, has a very big backyard. So I didn't realize how many dogs they had until I saw them at my house with 6 dogs on a leash. And I'm like, you all
6
look
is a lot of
crazy.
dogs.
That's a lot. And they have 4 Yorkies, and then Carl's Yorkie, right?
Carl's Yorkie party.
So an army of 5 Yorkies running around Thanksgiving.
That sounds high-pitched. Sounds like a high-pitched Thanksgiving.
It was a lot of barking, but then again, they all got along very well. Sweet Carl, he keeps going out to the backyard looking for them.
Oh, so he misses them a little bit.
They're not here. Get back inside.
Get the hell back inside.
How was y'all's Thanksgiving?
Oh, man. Good.
How'd your speech go?
There was no speech this time. It was a pretty small, close Thanksgiving. And the one thing that sort of started to go south on me a little bit was we had to stay longer because Courtney's mom goes, I know what you guys like. I figured it out. I listened, and every time we go out to dinner together, you each order a Moscow Mule. So I've made Moscow Mules for you. And then I was like, oh, and I just kept pounding Moscow Mules. And I had to like almost take a nap. Babe. And then I said, go. And she kept calling them Russian mules. And I corrected her a couple of times. And I was like, I'll take another Russian mule. Whatever you got, please give it to me.
I don't care what you're calling them. Just keep them coming.
That seems to be a thing. So, like, my girlfriend's mom also caught on to that I like Jameson. And she's like, I got you a bottle of Jameson. And she handed me a pint of Jameson. And I was like, thank you so much. And there I was, like, chugging. I'm like, I am going to be as house.
See you later.
At their house.
Just waving on the way out. Do you have any politics with the families gathered? Or any? No? No discussion? Wow.
All day.
I think that must have been a rarity. There was a lot of that going on. I saw a lot of that happening.
We didn't have any of that kind of stuff.
I feel like we all
not that I
know.
remember.
Oh.
Seelan, you did your
You
Thanksgiving.
got blacked out too?
You probably did. You did your Thanksgiving the day after Thanksgiving.
No, I did
right?
it Saturday.
We did it Saturday. Okay.
We planned on it Saturday, but I still went to a Thanksgiving on Thursday. And one of the people that was at the Thanksgiving on Thursday that I didn't realize listened to the show. I don't just assume people listen to the show. I actually assume the opposite half the time. And they said, I almost ran my car off the road when Sean was telling his two-finger story about the awkward two-finger shake.
It was one of the funniest stories you've ever said, Sean. I got to say.
You want to hear something funny? For Thanksgiving Day, we're over there at Courtney's parents' house, and they go, well, let's say grace before we eat. And
in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit.
I got it this time.
No, you
I got
did not.
it this time. I said, I got this under control.
3 fingers.
I reach out to the hand next to me,
Full
and
fist.
I grasp on, not too aggressively, but just the right amount of firmness, and I nestle my fingers around their hand as best I can.
Are you sweating?
I reach my hand to the left, and I close in and grasp on that side, and Courtney gives me 2 fingers. And I go, you son of a bitch. How could you do this to me?
Yeah, we did ours Saturday, and let me tell you something. That is a good way to go, to have your Thanksgiving on not Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
If we were to have been missing something and we're throwing the thing on Thursday, and if we didn't have some ingredient that we needed to finish off the gravy or do something, you can't go to Publix on Thanksgiving. You'd be SOL. But you can go to Publix on the Saturday after Thanksgiving, or you can go to Publix on the Friday after Thanksgiving, and all the Thanksgiving decor was half off.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Ashley cleaned out the cart of clearance items, and now we have platters and pilgrim gravy boats and the spoon rests. We have all the Thanksgiving stuff now.
Look, this is from the day after Thanksgiving. For those of you watching, you can watch thenewsjunkie.com/live. Just go to the website. You'll see it at thenewsjunkie.com. This is the day after Thanksgiving. This is the grocery store. There's not a soul in sight. I was the only one.
Is that?
I walked into the grocery store and I go, this is different. There was nobody there.
Fully stocked.
Fully stocked, ready to go with it. So Sealane's right.
That's why the person who commented on this picture and said COVID vibes is wrong, because it is fully stocked. During COVID, it was all like, oh, there's not a single fleck of toilet paper.
Yeah, but you,
Not a fleck.
Sean,
Not one fleck.
I hate when flecks show up. Sean, you had gone a little bit before, or Courtney had sent you the picture before Thanksgiving week of, and the shelves were empty. So, who's doing the timeline wrong here?
I don't know. They were trying their best to keep everything loaded up, it seems, on the shelves. And we talked about how there's those particular things that they seem to run out of. But day after, Sealane is so right. We could have gone and got anything you need. You could have whistled down the aisle.
Also, we were kind of like debating whether or not we wanted to go, because we decided to fry a turkey this year.
Ooh.
We ended up with 2 turkeys, and we decided one of them we're going to deep fry. But we needed to get oil, and we're like, oh my gosh, the only days we have left to get this, because I don't have the Costco card. My wife does. I have not taken my picture for the card yet.
They're very strict about that now. Right?
Yeah, they're stricter. And so then we get a call, because we're like, we don't want to go to Costco on Black Friday. That sounds like a nightmare. And we get a call from my father-in-law, and he's at Costco, and there's nobody there. No,
really?
He said Costco was Deadsville on Black Friday. Not the one by Millennia. I would expect that one to be a little more busy, because it's right by the mall and there's all that other stuff. And I was like, Well, while you're there, can you pick us up, 4.6 gallons of peanut oil? Please and thank you. We'll Venmo you.
That's surprising. I thought it would just be absolutely mobbed because we went yesterday and we went to a whole slew of places. We were looking for a fleck of toilet paper.
Just
and
a little fleck.
we get out there, and every store we went to was mobbed. And Courtney goes, "It sure is busy out here today." And I'm like, "Well, of course it is. This is the biggest shopping weekend of all of them. It's going to be a nightmare out here."
A little nerve-wracking to fry the turkey, or have you done this before, Chris?
Oh, it was a little nerve-wracking.
I saw a story pop up. The only videos I've seen as far as this year's Thanksgiving was people who fried their turkey black, like they just over-fried it.
Ooh.
And then Nicole sent me a story of like a $4 million mansion that burnt to the ground because of a fried turkey.
Yeah.
Which is obviously a nightmare for anybody.
Did they say why?
It was in the garage.
They did it in the garage?
Mm-hmm.
That's stupid.
And I saw other people posting online doing theirs in the garage too, and I go, "Oh my
Why
God.
would you do that?"
I did something that is not recommended.
Oh, okay.
Safety-wise.
All right, again.
But I did not have a lot of options to do otherwise.
Did you do this in your living room?
No.
Oh, okay, thank
but I did it on not paved ground.
Oh.
But it was fine. Like the turkey fryer I had, first of all, the turkey fryer that I borrowed was a little terrifying, just slightly.
Why?
I don't know. Just I borrowed it from my father-in-law, and he sometimes is like a sentimental guy. Like he's very proud of the fact that he still has like his dad's old shotgun. It's an antique. And
Does he talk to you about this a lot?
He's mentioned it, and then and then he brought out the turkey fryer, and I wanted to say, "Was that your dad's too?"
Oh God,
this thing is old, but the legs perfectly like pushed into the dirt, and I was like, "This is fine. We don't have to find like a." No, the driveway's not going to work. It's slanted.
I mean, worst case scenario, you're just burning some grass, right?
Yeah, that seems better. I don't know. Maybe it's not, but it just seems like it's a better outcome. All right. Well, we're all back for you here, and it's our final push through the end of the year. We do want to tell you that we have, forgive me, I don't have the paper in front of me. We have our bike drive coming up before the end of the year. It is, I think, on our final Thursday show.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Thursday, December 12th. 11 to 3 during our show, and it's going to be over at Intern Co Stadium for the annual Just Call Mo Orlando Injury Attorney and the News Junkie annual break.
The bike drive. It's been a long break.
Bike drive.
The bike drive for this year is back in full force. We're trying to get over 100 bikes, and I think we'll blow that out of the water. We generally do. But it does require you to help us out. If you want some young kid to have a changed Christmas and wake up with a bike underneath their Christmas tree, work with us to do this, and we'll have more details in the run-up. But now's the time, because I think Jack was saying there's some crazy Cyber Monday deals for bikes. So if you're going to participate in the bike drive, you might save $20-$30 by getting that bike today with some deals online.
Yeah, I think he mentioned Walmart has a crazy bike deal or kids' bike deal.
Well, he picked his up today, I think.
Yes, and I saw that he had like a poll going of who was going to fix the bikes up.
Who's going to build the bike?
I have not seen the results just yet.
I didn't either, no.
But I did vote for C-Lane.
All right, that means I need to go in there and vote for C-Lane, too.
I thought we already have a person that is donating their time.
Yeah.
To help us build bikes.
Over 100 bikes. He can't do them all. One of us has to get in there.
Kevin from Wood Concepts is saying he's going to show up and hang out with us and put together some bikes, which is awesome and amazing. But maybe there will be one more. I don't even know if I have the skill set anymore. All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. Let's see how well we can hear this. I might have to boost the audio.
Boost it.
This was, I think, excusable. All right? I know a lot of people are going to give this man a bunch of crap here on NBC4 in Washington, D.C. News anchor Leon Harris. Did he sound a little bit hammered? Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe he was drunk. Maybe.
So, okay. A lot of people were saying medical emergency.
Oh, not this guy. No, I'll tell you why in a moment here. But this particular guy, Leon Harris, It's Thanksgiving Day, folks. You're lucky he showed up to do the broadcast, for God's sake. I love when they do this stuff. They go, here, we want you to show up for the 9 p.m. news on Thanksgiving. Now, of course, you're going to be having the Russian mules at your Thanksgiving party and hanging out with family like anybody else would. But please don't Uber here and show up in your suit with a little bit of a drink on so that you can't do the broadcast. Everybody gets judgy, don't they? Let's see how it went here. Let's see if we can hear them.
And 2nd Street Northeast Road on Rhode Island Avenue. Some residents say that they live there in that area on Euclid Terrace, and they say they have access.
Everything's a question. Euclid Terrace?
Maybe it was the person running the teleprompter who was buzzing too.
It could be. We'll dive
They're
further
throwing
into
in
it.
some pretty hard street names there.
Yeah, he's struggling though, right?
Water there, but it's unclear right now exactly how many homes are impacted by this incident. DC Water says that it could take them until late night before water is turned back on. They say that they are planning on getting bottled water delivered to these people here.
He's trying every word so hard. He's trying every single word he's saying. Trying to get bottled water to the scene. Nobody's helping him. There's no co-anchor. There's nobody to interject or anything.
Imagine what's being screamed in his ear.
What are you doing over there?
By these families. Multiple suspects facing charges tonight after being caught vandalizing the American Israel Public Affairs Committee building in D.C.
Are we sure he's drunk? Did he make a statement? Did he apologize for
Did
it?
he get fired?
I'll explain momentarily. Let's see how he rounds this out. Okay.
We're seeing spray painting in the building here with
spray painting
8th Street. And this happened just after midnight. The phrase AIPAC, A-I-P-A-C, kills, was spray painted on the walls of these buildings.
All right, so he's struggling so bad. Eventually, they throw it to the weather person, and the weather person is told, you got to fill the rest of the broadcast, which I think was like 20 minutes. So they just kept doing the weather over and over and over again. They would just loop. You get to the end of all your weather spiel, and then you just go, all right, let's do it again. We got time to fill here. I'm going to take you back in time. All right. Let's see. Do we have the time machine still?
That's on you.
Let me dust this thing off over here and see if we can get the time machine fired up and move back. We're going to 2022. 2 years ago.
So loud.
All right. We've arrived.
Hello.
It's an old time machine. We could use a rebooted time machine, but that's the one that we have for right now. This is 2 years ago in March. Here he is.
Many of you know that I made a terrible mistake one night back in January. Then when I got into my car and decided to drive after drinking, a decision that was easily the stupidest decision I could possibly have made.
Well, he decided to make another bad decision, it appears. He's got a bit of a history struggling with drinking.
He didn't drive to work, did he?
I don't know. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I do know this. I know that, hey, it's Thanksgiving, man. It's Thanksgiving. If there's a time for your workers to be a little tipsy.
And you, of all people, should know that sometimes duty calls while you're at a party and you may have just done a bunch of drugs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta pack your bags.
And
you
head
got to
straight
do the
to
show.
WGN and do your show.
Look how successful CNN is when it comes to getting Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen hammered on the air. People love it. So
Why
maybe a
is
little
that?
disclaimer. All of the broadcasters moving forward got a hard buzz right now.
Why is it that the Anderson Cooper thing, people go, it's a good time, it's New Year's Eve, but Thanksgiving, you're like, oh, this is embarrassing. This man's living a sad life. He was drinking. He was having some Thanksgiving fun. It's the day before.
Okay, hold on. Because on New Year's Eve, Anderson Cooper and what's his name? What's that guy's name? Cohen.
Watch
Andy
What Happens
Cohen.
Live, Andy Cohen.
Yeah, Anderson and Andy are like, oh, look, it's Sherry O'Terry. What are you wearing? What are you looking forward to the new year? This guy's like, there was vandalism in the Battery Park, and AIPAP was whatever it was spray painted on all the buildings.
Yeah, he was struggling through that one, and the one before, and the one after, until they yanked his ass off the broadcast, as you can imagine.
Poor guy.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, chaos at the Thanksgiving table. People were losing it a little bit. Let's go into some of that fun drama and see what was happening there. We also have to hear from you. We don't have to, but we will because we love to. Your dispatches are already rolling in. You can send yours. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and record us a dispatch, video or audio. We'll hear those back during the show today. Some great emails coming in that I want to touch on. We'll talk about the box office. We got a whole bunch to get to on a very busy Monday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Because sometimes inviting amongst friends is exactly what you need to lower the volume on the voices in your head. Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, best holiday selection, lowest prices.
Police activity and emergency vehicles are on the roadways, clearing up a couple of accidents. Keep in mind, move over and slow down if you see any on John Young Parkway northbound at State Road 408. Multiple lanes are blocked there. State Road 46 eastbound at Sanford Avenue. The left lane is blocked, and police activities blocking eastbound and westbound lanes on Colonial Drive between Primrose Drive and McGuire Boulevard. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Greetings from Daytona, where a band of dreamers took a strip of beach and turned it into a proving ground. The Great American Race, where year after year, greatness is the destination.
Drivers, stop your engines, let's go!
So book your experience and soak in 500 miles of history and tradition. The Daytona 500, February 16th, 2025. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
If you have high blood pressure and chronic kidney disease, you may be eligible to participate in a study. More treatment options are needed for people with CKD and high blood pressure. That's why the BAX Duo Arctic study is researching a potential new treatment option to lower blood pressure and slow CKD progression. All participants will receive active study medication during their time in the study. Visit ckdtrial.com to learn more and see if the study may be right for you. That's ckdtrial.com.
Surprise! Your expenses this month were way higher than you expected. Also, you forgot to renew your website domain, and now you're in a bidding war.
You should see the look on your face.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Plus, the fridge died in the break room, and now everything smells weird. All right.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, their U.S.-based restoration specialists will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
So this new dose is, nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
What's up, y'all? It's Cam Jordan from the New Orleans Saints, here to tell you it's going down. On season 2 of my podcast, Off the Edge with me, Cam Jordan. Catch new episodes every Wednesday, and I'll have the NFL's biggest stars join me to give a player's perspective of the biggest storylines, trends, and did that really just happen? Moments from around the league. So tap into the Off the Edge with Cam Jordan podcast. Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Off the Edge and start listening.
Rebuilding after a flood can be difficult, but if you have flood insurance, you don't have to go through it alone. The National Flood Insurance Program can help you and your family recover by paying claims swiftly and fairly. If you've experienced flood damage, start rebuilding today by calling your insurance agent or company to file a claim. For more information about how to get your claim started, visit floodsmart.gov/claims. Brought to you by FEMA and its National Flood Insurance Program.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
Proud to be a donation site for Toys for Tots.
Rebuilding after a flood can be difficult, but if you have flood insurance, you don't have to go through it alone. The National Flood Insurance Program can help you and your family recover by paying claims swiftly and fairly. If you've experienced flood damage, start rebuilding today by calling your insurance agent or company to file a claim. For more information about how to get your claim started, visit floodsmart.gov/claims. Brought to you by FEMA and its National Flood Insurance Program.
Hey, sweetie, I got you.
iPhone 13?
Yeah, it's from Total Wireless. Ooh, and what's cool, it has
super fast 5G and the awesome dual camera system. Oh my gosh, I love it.
I love
you, Dad. Best dad ever.
Get iPhone 13 for just $99 when you switch and buy 2 months of the Total 5G Plus Unlimited plan. But you better hurry. They'll go faster than you can say.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah.
Total Wireless. We're totally with you. Limited time offer while supplies last. Restrictions apply. Available exclusively in Total Wireless stores. 5G access requires a 5G capable device and a 5G service area.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
Appreciate it. Send us in a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. You can also find the podcast, anything you need to know about the show over there on the website at thenewsjunkie.com. I want to talk about Thanksgiving fights because I know you had some. I know there was at least some sort of skirmish at your Thanksgiving, and I want to hear the drama about it, or I want to hear the details. Send your stories, your war stories, if you will, for Thanksgiving over to thenewsjunkie.com. You can send an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, or you can, send an audio dispatch over there on the website, thenewsjunkie.com.
Or video, if you still got some scars.
Yeah.
You got some black eyes going on.
You got hit in the face with those pokers that you pick up the turkey meat with. What do they call those, Sealand? It's like 2 prongs.
I don't have one.
You don't have those things? It's like this, and you prong the turkey and you move it over. Somebody stabs you in the face with one of those? Oh, God.
Not a good time.
No, that's bad. But we want to hear your Thanksgiving war stories at thenewsjunkie.com. I'll tell you, I made the point of talking about throwing out a grenade at Thanksgiving dinner and how you could just toss out a line that you know is going to start a fire and then walk away.
Who'd you vote for?
And Courtney threw out a grenade for Thanksgiving.
Oh, what did she throw?
It was so good. It was so good. So there's two older gentlemen, and they're talking about, the election. And they got into amendments, and they talked about how the marijuana amendment didn't pass in Florida. And I brought up the thing that Sealand always said, because it's a good little tidbit. I go, do you know the reason that didn't pass is because you have to get 60%, and the thing that made it so you have to get 60% of the vote didn't pass by 60% of the vote, and blah, 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 blah. And then one of the guys goes, and did you see the amendment
abortion
didn't pass that was going to allow young girls to get an abortion without the permission of their parents? And they're all talking about this. And they're like, yeah, it would have allowed young girls to get an abortion and not require parental approval. And Courtney
That's one way to put it.
Courtney leans in and she goes, so you want to force a 17-year-old to have a baby? And she looks at me like the meme of the girl with the fire in the background. You know what I'm talking about? She looks at me and she goes, and she walks away from the table.
Gotta go to the bathroom.
And the response was like, hadn't actually, I didn't consider that.
Right. There it is.
And I walk into the kitchen and she's like, yeah, you saw what I did over there, huh? And I was never been more proud of my life.
I'm proud of you too, Courtney, if you can hear this.
She just wanted to throw in a grenade and just leave in the wake of the catastrophe. As everybody else goes,
think about that. Pass the mashed potatoes.
Hadn't considered that. A lot of fights out there. A lot of fights for Thanksgiving. And one in particular was in Memphis, Tennessee, where a grandmother got arrested after the fight that broke out in their Thanksgiving celebration. And let's listen in. Let's see what's happening with this particular family. I'm not going to pass judgment on Grandma for starting a fight on Thanksgiving.
Why?
Let me hear the details.
Okay.
Was she right in doing this? Was she wrong? We'll find out.
Well, a Thanksgiving gathering ended with a Memphis mother stabbing two people, including her own daughter. And 55-year-old LaShonda Johnson faces several charges, including aggravated assault. Memphis police say two people showed up to Methodist South Hospital with knife wounds on their hands.
All right, so they got stabbed, some people that were at this grandma's party. LaShonda Johnson is a grandma with, I don't want to call it purple hair because I don't know if it's purple. I'm colorblind over here.
Let's see again one more time.
Some sort of dyed hair.
It's a magenta.
There's a magenta hue going on here to this lady's hair. And maybe that started the fight. Maybe somebody said, your hair looks stupid. You're a grandma. What are you doing? Stop dyeing your hair. And she got upset about that. That could have been what started this. Let's hear more.
Investigators say Johnson, who may have been drunk at the time, started arguing with her daughter and another man at a home on Delta Road in West Haven. Police said Johnson then grabbed a knife out of the kitchen and cut both of their hands. 3 children were also home at the time, but they were not hurt.
Oh, thank God. The kids are unscathed by this, but the grandma attacks the family, stabs a couple of people. But do we know what happened? No, we don't know what happened. Maybe this was about something serious. Maybe somebody took all of the gravy at the table, leaving her with just some dry ass turkey. Some turkey just with nothing on it. And then she goes, normally I don't do this, y'all. And she pulled off the remix and she started stabbing people. And she got the 2 people with the knife. Pop, pop. She pokes them. That would be justified. As far as I see it.
Of all the places to stab, I feel like in the hand is a lesson.
It's a warning.
Versus, in the stomach where you're going to the hospital possibly dying. This is like, hey, look down on your hand. You'll never do it again because these are the hands that will touch a hopefully non-dry turkey moving forward.
Yeah, I'll put it to you this way. There is there's a culture, I think it's in South America. And these folks are indigenous peoples who are away from the rest of society, and they don't have all the trappings of modern society. And when one of their loved ones dies in this culture, they take a knife and they cut off one of their fingers.
I think that's a little extreme.
So if you had a family member die, you slice off a finger. If you see somebody with like 2 fingers, you look at them and you're like, oh, man, you've lost that many people. I can see immediately how
Does
many people
the
you've lost.
heartbreak not count? Like, why do
I
we
always
have
think,
to lose
oh man,
fingers?
you're bad at lawnmowers.
No, it's not that. No, in this culture, when you see the fingers missing,
What
I saw a
culture
photo.
are you talking? What's it called?
Okay, Google this for me. Or I can look it up too if we need to. But
Two
look
computers.
up culture when people die, cut off finger. You'll find what I'm talking about. Absolutely true. Fundamentally true. And
Is it
they do
from a
this.
very long time ago?
No, it's
They're
from
still
now.
doing it.
They still do this. They still do this
The
to this
finger
day.
cutting morning practice done by the Danny tribe.
Yes.
D-A-N-I?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, this culture, this tribe, whenever anybody dies, they cut off a finger. And you'll see like a person wandering around with maybe 2 fingers. Both hands I'm talking about. They might have 1 finger on each hand, and that's all they got left.
You're right.
And they cut them off.
It's
And
a bad idea.
this grandma was saying, you know how you remember something? You lose a finger. You lose a finger, you're never going to forget that happened. You're going to remember that incident went down. And it's a brutal way to do things, but don't take all the gravy. And that won't happen to you next time. So I'm not sure what was the precursor to this grandma stabbing, but
What?
Oh, you're looking at the people all sliced up?
No, I'm reading about it. It's not
What?
good.
What's it say?
It said, to mourn the deceased, the fingers of family members, especially that of the females, are cut off. Even
It's always
female babies have the tips of their fingers bitten off by their mothers.
Wow. Why?
Crazy. The
What
Danny
happened
people,
to
huh?
just good old-fashioned tears and wearing
That's not
black?
good enough. No, that's not good enough anymore. Now you have to chop the fingers off. And I want you to remember that. All right, everybody? So you want to send a lesson to somebody. You want to make them remember you.
Yeah, send
Cut
a
off a
lesson, never be able to type a letter.
Send a message is what I meant. Yes, it was a long break. My brain is still scrambled. You want to send a message or teach a lesson to somebody. You cut their fingers off.
Send a
Then they'll
fleck
look
of a
down.
message.
Just a little teeny tiny
We're on
one.
the same page.
Meanwhile, a Florida grandfather was shot and killed by a neighbor in an argument over loud music on Thanksgiving Day.
Okay.
Herleon McLean, 72 years old, was killed on Thursday. Authorities are still withholding the name of the gunman. They said all of this went back to some fights over how loud the music was. He was playing his music, and the guy said he was playing it too loud. So my husband, he went down to him. Then there was a gunshot. I heard it, and I just flew to the door. When I look out, my husband was laying face down in the blood. She went downstairs and found the gunman standing next to her husband, the loud music causing the Thanksgiving killing. Hopefully, your Thanksgiving was less bloody, but I want the drama and the details because why not? Send those to us via dispatch@thenewsjunkie.com. Sabrina was in the clear. What about you, C-Lane, at your Thanksgiving gatherings? Were there any arguments? Anybody getting into politics at all?
Not that I really noticed. Nobody really got into it.
Really?
Everybody was
Boring.
Oh, man.
cool. But I was also I was manning the fryer.
Yeah.
I had to be outside, away
That's
from
true.
people.
And when you're on the fryer, no person is going to come up to you and not mention the fryer. Your whole conversation is be like, see this thing? Yeah.
And probably mention, like, hey, careful with that. People burn their houses down.
Yep.
How many
Yeah.
times did you hear that?
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Not as many, but I knew what I was doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, while you were doing that, I was busy fixing grills this weekend.
Oh, wow.
Taking grills apart, fixing. Well, I haven't technically done the fixing yet, but I've watched a YouTube video on how to fix it.
Are you talking about your grill?
That's pretty much
My grill.
how I made my turkey. With YouTube videos.
YouTube is an amazing resource, man. What a time. What a time to be alive.
Look, check it out.
Look at that thing.
Not too shabby.
Oh, it looks crispy.
It's got a big
Was it
old
like
butt.
Let me see that thing again. Oh, you can watch the show on thenewsjunkie.com. You'll see where we're live. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
hungry.
Okay. Was it crispy?
Yeah, very crispy.
Yeah. I kind of like that.
But like
Ooh.
juicy and tender in the middle.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I think it could have come out a little sooner, but everybody seemed to be fine with it.
I think
fryer is very forgiving.
I think you, and I think you're going to admit this. I think you were doing what happens a lot. Whoever cooks the turkey, they're so tough on themselves. And they go, I could have left it out for this. I could have done this, could have done this. And let me tell you something. Nobody at the table cares. Nobody at the table cares. They look and they go, did you...
Well, they don't care at that moment, but they'll talk smack about you after.
Not as long as it was like in a range. As long as it's not the Christmas Vacation turkey where you cut it open and it just kind of flaps around or something. As long as it's not burned to a crisp, everybody's going to go, all right, it's turkey. But you're looking at it and you're going, I could have done this, I could have done that.
I'm overly critical because I did it, but also I have to just remind myself when I'm critical of my turkey that I don't really like turkey that much.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So, as good as I can make it, it's still turkey.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got to talk about the insane box office and a new thing. I've never seen this before in my life that is happening for movies now. We're going to get into the Hunter Biden pardon. We got a lot on the way. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And we've got some chilly weather on the way for the next 4 days. Highs today about 65 degrees, sunshine. Tonight clear and cold. We'll see a low close to 40 in Orlando with mid-30s to the north. Frost is likely north and west of Orlando. That'll be the case right through the middle of the week before we see some warmer weather moving in for the weekend with 70s making a return. Bundle up at the bus stop. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. You've got great taste. That's why Wawa lets you customize a delicious crispy or roasted chicken sandwich just the way you want. Chicken how you wanna at Wawa.
Black Friday is coming, and there's something for the adults who love the coolest toys, too. Bartesian is the premier cocktail maker that makes over 60 cocktails. At the push of a button, make bar-quality cosmopolitans, martinis, Manhattans, and more. All in just 30 seconds, all for $100 off. That's $100 off when you spend $400 through Cyber Monday. Visit Bartesian.com/cocktail. That's BARTESIAN.com/cocktail.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, their U.S.-based restoration specialists will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
So this new dose is, nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
This is car accident attorney Jeff Kaufman with the injury law firm of Kaufman Lynn. It's hot. You're tired. The guy in the car in front of you is texting. You want to be mad, but you just finished watching 4 cat videos your wife just sent you. If it makes you feel any better, the guy in the car behind you is mad too. So put down your damn phone. If you or someone you know is ever in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, contact us at whenyouneedus.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. Offices, Orlando.
My mom says everyone goes through hard times. Right now, that's my family. But people like you make me smile because this holiday, we can have a big meal together as a family. For every $10 donated to Second Harvest Food Bank, you can provide 40 meals and hope when we need it most. Help today at feedhopenow.org. iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts.
Reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
At Batteries Plus, you'll find trusted, dependable, fully charged batteries for your car or truck, plus free battery testing and expert installation, too. Life's waiting, and you have places to be. Power on with Batteries Plus. Over 700 locations nationwide.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening to the news.
No matter how long or short your break is, we now arrived at the part of the year where people just kind of kick it into neutral, whether you want to admit it or not. I mean, this is it. This is the part of the year where you cruise to the finish line, and then we all kick it back up into gear in January. Before we shut things down for 2024, we do have an amazing event that we would love for you to be a part of. We are going to be doing the News Junkie Bike Drive, which we have done for many, many years.
Bringing it back.
We've raised thousands of bikes that have been donated by people just like you for young kids who are poor and who are otherwise not going to have a fantastic Christmas. And I got to tell you, when it comes to doing things for other people, I think it's okay to have a little tinge of selfishness in there. I think it is. My dad used to do this all the time. I've told stories about how my dad would give to the church, and he'd go, I give to the church, and I seem to get money back somehow. So I'm giving it. He would give to people because he'd go like, I get it back, more money out of it than I'm putting into it. And I would always say, I don't know if that's the point, Dad. I don't know if that's why you're supposed to be doing this. I don't know. Getting a windfall out of this. But if you give a bike to a kid for Christmas, I can tell you this from personal experience. Waking up on Christmas, you can't help. The thought will not escape your mind that day that there's a kid out there who woke up to see that bike under the tree, if they even have a tree, who, I'm getting into, do they even know it's Christmas territory here, but you get what I'm saying. The kid woke up and then was probably riding that bike around a neighborhood. Now, it does not escape your brain.
It's a game changer, man.
Yeah, you know that you've changed somebody's childhood, basically, just for the cost of one kid's bike, which today on Cyber Monday, you could probably get a steal on. So I would encourage you to help us out with this. It's going to be on Thursday, December 12th. Thursday, December 12th is the day that this is going down. And we rely on you, honestly, to help pull it together. Moses DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm is helping us, JustCallMo.com, sponsoring this event. Mo usually is very generous and donates a lot of bikes, but we do rely on you. So stick with us. We'll talk more about that in the run-up to the event. Big, giant, massive, fat weekend at the box office. I mean, I'm talking crazy numbers at the box office. I'm looking at it right now. We have Moana 2 with $135 million. Damn.
Not bad.
That's
better than Wicked did, huh? Like its first week.
Yeah, Wicked was in its second week, and it still did $80 million. So,
what was the first Moana?
As you can see.
It's been a couple years, right?
Oh, the first Moana.
It wasn't last year.
No, it was like 5 years ago,
2016.
Maybe more. Oh, way more than that. 8 years ago. So in 8 years, all that's happened is little kids have fallen more and more in love with Moana.
You're
There was no
welcome.
way that this was going to be a failure. The only things that were like indicators that this might not be great was originally Moana 2 was just going to be a series on Disney Plus, and then they scrapped it, and then they said, let's just make it into a movie.
That's a
so
good
people
idea.
thought the quality would be like if you had a movie that was going to go straight to DVD back when they used to do that. And then you decided, well, let's actually put it in the theaters, and it wasn't theater quality. But that just wasn't the case here. What happened was this happened very early on in the project, and they switched this over, and they knew that if you got a daughter, a son, if you got anybody in your family under the age of 20, they probably watched Moana at some point. It's probably the biggest Disney IP.
They're doing a live action Moana.
Yeah, they started filming a live action Moana at the same time they started putting this one together in earnest.
It seems kind of weird because the cartoon guy is a lot fatter than Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, he's bigger.
How are they doing the live action?
And I don't even know that they needed to do the live action.
Not really.
I don't know what.
They don't need to do it. They want to. It'll make a whole bunch of money. So I did look up, though, at least according to Google's AI, the biggest IPs for Disney. Moana's not in there.
No, I think in the moment.
In the moment? Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I don't think, historically speaking, it hasn't had enough time compared to all the other stuff.
Do you know what Disney's highest grossing movie franchise of all time is, though?
Is it Inside Out?
Star Wars?
The Incredibles?
The entire MCU.
Oh, yeah, okay. I mean,
Star Wars
the comic book movies.
second. Frozen, the most profitable franchise. 9.9 times return on investment, since the first movie in 2013.
Yeah, but Frozen never touched these numbers at the box office. Frozen didn't get anywhere near $135 million.
The Princess?
Either one of them.
The Princesses? Total rev, $45 billion.
That ain't bad if you can get it. So you had Moana 2 with $135 million. What I saw this weekend that I hadn't seen before was we were trying to get tickets tonight to see Wicked, which I wasn't interested in seeing.
I do want to see it, too.
It's just not targeting me in 8,000 different ways. But I watched a video over the weekend from Architectural Digest. And before you yawn, give me a moment. And it was from the set designer, the guy who constructed all the stuff that you see in Wicked.
Is that all CGI? Or green screen?
No, they built insane things for this. And he shows the drawings that they had, and then they show the actual sets that they build, and they toured the sets that they build. And I was so impressed with the physical sets that they built. I said, I kind of want to see the rest of the visuals in this movie, even though I don't care about musicals, and I really don't care that much about the movie. I just want to see the visual.
It's a lot of musical. We're walking through the door, there's a song about it. Now, I also, I assume you guys have heard about it, but this was the first for me, that some Regal theaters have Regal X or something like that, where not only is it the giant IMAX screen in front of you, but they have two other screens.
What?
To your right and left. And someone was watching Wicked, and they created extended the scenes physically so that you could see it to your right and left. It was not 360, a 180.
Like a wraparound?
Yes.
Oh, man, that's intense.
Well, that is available for you if you want to turn your head throughout the movie experience.
Is that content generated by them, or is it made by the movie makers?
It's, from what I understand, generated. They show one scene where they're flying through something, but if you look to the left, it's the rest of the buildings or the environment, and the same with the right. Maybe with some other side characters, not the main part of the main plot, but it's as if you had VR glasses on.
What a time to be alive!
Seriously, that would make people's heads explode from the 1920s.
We didn't get Wicked tickets for tonight because they're still sold out. But we saw that Courtney goes, check this out. In the app when you go to book a movie on Fandango, now the seats that are either available or taken, they have a little logo from the movie. For Wicked, they have a little witch's hat.
That's
for Moana,
cute.
they have a wave and stuff. And they're probably another way for them to advertise, I would guess, that they've done this. But they've changed that up. And Gladiator was number 3 with $30.7 million. Just big money at the box office. You guys were going to see their movies. And if you went to anything and want to tell us about it, let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch right now. Real quick, let's get into some of these emails. We'll pull off one right now. Randy emails the show to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Hey, Sean, C. Lane, and the beautiful Sabrina, he says. Randy here. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving and got all fat and sassy. Sean, you need to take Courtney to Creed. That was the best show I've ever been to aside from TSO. Who's TSO? Trans-Siberian Urban. Okay.
This tour he's talking about, or just ever in his life?
This one. Oh, no, he said it's the best show I've ever been to, aside from Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Three Doors Down and Mammoth sounded awesome, but Creed was on a whole nother plateau. At one point during the show, when Scott Stapp, was talking to the audience, his little boy came out on stage, and he picked him up and held him in his arms for a minute. And he said, "Thank you for the show. You guys are really the three best friends I never knew I had. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop, Randy." Thank you, Randy. I looked at those tickets this weekend because Courtney said, "Yeah, are we going to Creed? Are we going to Creed?" And I said, "All right, fine." And I look at the tickets. She can't just get any seats. Well, she did say, "I'll just take nosebleeds at the end." But she always talks about, I want to sit in the box. And I look up and I'm about to get 2 box seats. And I look at my cart and it's $1,000. And I go, $1,000. $1,000. I said,
But
what
when
you
you
think
say
about
box seats, are we talking like you have the whole box to yourself?
Yep. No. You're sitting with other people in the box. It's a box, a club level seat. And one of them
I
came
always
included
thought that
with,
was like one company or person got it.
I don't know if it is or isn't always like this, but this is the way it was this time. You could take 2 seats in the box. You know how the box usually has seats in front of it?
Yeah.
And you get access to the box, and there was like food and drinks and all of that.
You all
and
have to share that with strangers?
Yes, yeah.
Huh.
It was $1,000 for the 2 seats. And I go, this doesn't make sense. She goes, as I'm about to check out, she goes, "I only know a couple of songs by him." I go, "Why am I doing this?"
Well, look at the set list. Double check.
Well, I just watch a YouTube video, all right? You'll get the chills when you hear him saying 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking or whatever. Way too much money. That was insanely expensive. Of course, they had nosebleed seats that were cheaper, but that was very, very pricey. When we come back, something we need to warn you about for the holidays. We've got, at some point here, we're going to get deep into the Hunter Biden stuff and the reaction to that with the pardon. We got the next episode on the way, a boxing call out, and a whole bunch more. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra, The Lost Christmas Eve. 2 shows December 14th at the Kia Center. Tickets available now at livenation.com.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center.
Slowing down on I-4 between US 27 and approaching State Road 429. Eastbound and westbound lanes are blocked on Colonial Drive due to police activity between Primrose Drive and McGuire Boulevard. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Christmas music playing right now on Magic 107.7.
Feliz Navidad.
Magic 107.7.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Orlando's Christmas station.
Busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will. When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Hey guys, due to the recent storms in Orlando and Tampa, Solar Source has their first ever bulk order discounts on solar battery systems like I got. I love them. Discounts starting at $1,000 off solar battery systems. They're Tesla powerful walls and they're awesome. The lowest price they've ever seen at Solar Source. Sales are currently planned to run through December 31st, so get them now. It's solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
Hey, it's Sisney. And for the past 6 years, look, I've
been either pregnant or in postpartum, but before that, I was diagnosed with PCOS. And if you know, you know. I mean, my battle with weight loss has been just that, a battle. And I'll admit, I didn't really want to necessarily share this journey with you, but the benefits and the positive change that I've seen in myself are just too good to gatekeep. Feeling good is most important when it comes to losing weight. And now you get to utilize science. That's why I'm so grateful for Future Health. They give millions of people affordable access to weight loss meds for less than $3 a day. Just take their quick 3-minute survey. From there, if approved by a clinician, you'll get prescribed and get the meds delivered to your door within 24 hours. You'll also have access to qualified doctors that know GLP-1s, plus the support from over 6,000 physicians and licensed pharmacies nationwide. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com. Again, that's tryfh.com. Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Office Depot Office Max is here to help you finish the year strong and refreshed for 2025. Our print team can create signs and banners for your business or custom calendars and canvas prints for the holidays. And now through December 21st, save 25% on print and copy services and 50% on all photo products with coupon. Plus, shop new furniture and chairs and the latest AI PCs to keep you productive. Visit us at your local Office Depot or Office Max store or at OfficeDepot.com.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, their U.S.-based restoration specialists will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Remember that meal you made last Christmas? The one that everyone still talks about? The one with fresh from Florida sweet corn and sausage stuffing and strawberry parfait for dessert? Of course you do. That's because you're a member of the Fresh from Florida Club. You went to freshfromflorida.com, created a menu from your favorite recipes, and saved it as best Christmas dinner ever. This year, you'll go online, open up that menu, and bam! You've made that meal that everyone is talking about again. The Fresh from Florida Club. You're not just creating menus, you're creating memories. Remember that meal you made last Christmas? The one that everyone still talks about? The one with fresh from Florida sweet corn and sausage stuffing and strawberry parfait for dessert? Of course you do. That's because you're a member of the Fresh from Florida Club. You went to freshfromflorida.com, created a menu from your favorite recipes, and saved it as best Christmas dinner ever. This year, you'll go online, open up that menu, and bam! You've made that meal that everyone is talking about again. The Fresh from Florida Club. You're not just creating menus, you're creating memories.
It's finally Cyber Monday, and Lenovo has savings up to 68% off, the biggest of the year. Because if you're thinking Lenovo, don't waste your time shopping around. Head to Lenovo.com, where exclusive Cyber Monday deals are waiting for you. With discounts up to 68%, this is the moment you've been waiting all year for. But don't wait. These deals end today. Visit Lenovo.com/deals and claim your Cyber Monday deal before it's gone. That's Lenovo.com/deals.
Lenovo. Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Radio. 104.1. The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
I don't know about you. I got like 11 links last night. Courtney's like, oh, this is a good deal. This is a good deal. We got to get this one. This one's a good deal. And I go, I see where this is going. And she was right. Courtney can sniff out a good deal, and she found so many for this weekend and for Cyber Monday as well. Did you guys end up getting anything yourselves? Sabrina, did you get anything for Cyber Monday or no?
Not yet. I mean, I certainly have the list, and I'm hoping to get to it. And while I love a good bargain, it's just things happen so fast all the time. And that's where I'm
Clock's
at right
ticking.
now. Yeah. And there's like a bunch of stuff that I need to get for myself as well. And then I'll get caught up in this would be a great gift, but I also want it too. And credit card, swipe.
Oh, you sometimes buy somebody a Christmas present and you go, damn, I would like one of those too.
Absolutely. So I'll get 2 of them.
Let's see, Len, have you bought anything yet today or purchased anything?
No, I've gotten some links. There is a 75-inch TV on here for $400.
What?
Is that really?
Yeah.
Well, what
No way.
brand is this
Yeah.
thing, though?
So
Insignia 75-inch class
Yeah.
Oh,
50.
so you'll enjoy that for all of 2.5 years.
You know what that is? That's one of those TVs you boot up and there's like a Popeye's chicken menu on it, right? That's what the $400 TV is. I don't trust those things.
You watched that YouTube video too?
Yeah.
Where the guy got the screen from the Sonic drive-in or something like that?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of them where they buy it on Facebook Marketplace for like $100 and they go, oh, try out the new TV. And they turn it on and there's a Taco Bell menu on it because it's stolen probably. Anyhow,
My
Cyber
inbox
Monday.
right now is all Temu.
Is it?
There's like a couple things that aren't Temu, but I don't know what I did.
Did you order from Temu?
I've never bought anything from Temu.
Oh, I have.
That's a bitch.
Yeah, they sent me a couple of things today.
Maybe
but-
that's why. Maybe they're
I'm
like,
getting-
hey, we still got all kinds of stuff that you're going to love.
Yeah, I'm getting inundated with just everybody out there saying, here you go. Here's all the deals we have for Black Friday.
But does Temu
and
get
Cyber
here in
Monday.
time?
I don't know if it
Temu
would.
was a couple of weeks versus
Temu's coming
next
from
day.
China, and I think that it would probably, you might get something in time for Christmas. It's usually a pretty long time before you get that stuff. If you found any unmissable deals out there for Cyber Monday, do let us know and let everybody else know who's listening. Spread the word. Send your dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com.
I did
Christmas!
my Black Friday shopping.
Yes. Sorry, I'll yell about Christmas later. Go ahead.
Christmas.
But I bought those lights.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Are you going to install them yourself, or are you going to have
Hell
somebody install?
no.
Okay.
I'm talking this. I'm waiting for this guy to tell me his quote on the install. He's taking
Because those are permanent,
the
right?
the longer it takes to get the quote, the more in my head I'm just worried that the number is going up and up and up and up. But yeah, if I don't like his number, I'm going to be looking for.
See, I didn't do that.
installers.
I feel like I should because I will regret the 100 shingle clips that I bought to put up the Christmas lights.
Well,
I do have to borrow a ladder, but then I feel like once I get up close to the roof, I kind of envision like having a "that's a Raven" moment of me falling off and breaking both my legs.
well, I have to tell you guys, I have officially entered the world of having something up indicating that we're celebrating Christmas around here.
Wow, what'd you get? A
That's
wreath?
right. We have a wreath on the door. We have
Nice.
that. That's one. And then we have a little tree outside our front door, and Courtney put a star on top of it.
I love that.
That's two. We're just
I
getting started.
changed my lawn light color to red and green.
That's good. That's an indicator.
I
That,
got the tree
hey,
up as well.
I mean, we're in December, for God's sake. Now it's time to do it. Now Courtney's putting the tree up, I think, today or tomorrow, so we can get into that world. And now begins the fight. And I want to see what household everybody is lining up in. Because the battle usually is around Christmas time. Are you a real tree house or are you a fake tree house? And the real tree house people swear by it. They go, there's a smell to a Christmas tree.
Oh, got a candle for that. Thank you. Next.
The fake Christmas trees just don't look the same. And
Yeah, right.
I would argue, yes, Sabrina's right. You can artificially produce that smell if you'd like to. Number one, for the fake tree, and number two, some of these fake trees are really good now, really impressive.
I took a picture of Carl in his Christmas sweater. That was a gift from Grandmama, and several people were like, "Oh my gosh, you got a real tree!" And I go, "No, I didn't." And the lights are inside.
Yeah. See,
Easy.
You're fooling people. And you can't tell me that they don't look good enough. A lot of these trees are very, very good. One thing that they try to push people on is for your Christmas tree selection to be environmentally friendly. You got to be friendly to the environment with your decision. And what they want you to do is kind of surprising and seems a little stupid to me. But they said,
you got to buy a real Christmas tree if you care about the environment.
How?
You got to buy a real Christmas tree because that's the way you actually show you care about the environment.
They're cutting down trees.
And I thought to myself, this is one of these really stupid things. What somebody has decided is here's the amount of plastic and this and that goes into a Christmas tree. And if you get a fake one, it takes X amount of Christmases to undo that. This is dumb. Most people who have a fake Christmas tree, other than me, have used that Christmas tree for a very long time. In fact, I think our tree now is several years old. We've had it for several years. And to argue that it's an actually guy move. Well, actually, it's better for the environment to go out and chop up a tree, put it on a truck, ship it across the United States of America, put it in a parking lot under a tent, have some guy who's flown into town for a month to sell all these things, sell it to you, drag it home, then afterwards bring it out in your backyard and burn it into a big bonfire. I don't know. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that that's a better move. I know, not that I'd be motivated by that to begin with, but I just think fake trees are fine. You do not have to have a real tree to get that experience of.
Do you have to have a full-sized tree?
I have, I will say in the sense of like they last for a very long time. I bought a like bigger fake Christmas tree last year, maybe the year before. And that I believe will last a long time because the little tree that I have now for the pets has been around since before I was born. That was the tree that my dad used at his business and they gave it to me and it's still beautiful.
Still kicking. It's still doing its thing.
It smells.
You don't need to have a full-size tree, though. I got a little tiny tree in the studio here. It's a little baby tree.
Let's see it.
About a foot and a half high.
Okay, that is so tiny. I can't see it.
See, he can make his way in here.
That Santa is creepy.
Well, that's not
Does it
creepy.
not freak you out every time you walk into... It's staring right at you as well.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've had 2 or 3 times where I've walked in the studio and been like, "Oh, who's this person over here sitting at the microphone?"
Courtney, if you're listening, fun prank idea. Text me.
Move them around. The little tree is so amazing, and I'll tell you what. I didn't know this was a thing. I threw some money at the Christians over at Hobby Lobby. Congrats. And they have a whole setup with tiny tree stuff. And you buy a tiny tree, and then they sell you tiny ornaments and tiny lights and a tiny tree skirt and tiny little presents that go around the tiny little tree and a tiny little star for the tiny little tree. A genius. Just genius move.
What are you, Polly Pocket or something?
I'm in this studio. I am Polly Pocket. And
Johnny
I love
Pocket.
It. It's a fake little tree, and it's bringing Christmas spirit to this room. So you do not have
Santa
to have a real tree.
arguably is bringing more Christmas spirit, but I like both of them.
Tommy Bahama Santa. Tommy Bahama, it turns out, makes all sorts of stuff. But I'll tell you, the only thing that brings you up a notch, it's not, oh, my family gets a real tree. We get a real tree every Christmas. You don't get these fake ones like you do. The only thing that brings you up a notch is if you go, my family goes out into a field. We bring an axe with us. We cut down the tree with our bare hands. We drag the tree through the snow 3.5 miles.
Evict the small family of animals. That
Shake all of the
spent
squirrels.
all year trying to build that home.
Yep. All the animals that are calling this place a house, see you later, bye-bye, they're gone. And then you put it onto the roof of our car, and then you drive on. That kind of cool. That's a good experience.
We're never going to get that in Florida. Sorry.
We're not doing that here. They're doing that up in Rochester, and bless them for it. But that's the only thing that I think would be supreme in any way, or better than just an artificial tree. Seems fine. You disagree? Yell at me. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send a dispatch right now. Colin emails the show, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Hey, Sean, I've been going through some stressful times. Sorry to hear that, Colin. Struggles are a part of life, and we all have ours to share.
Like,
you and your show have gotten me through some hard times, and I want to sincerely thank you for everything. I was offline with the podcast for about a month, and I listened to it all day at work so it could help me not stress out and mess up my job. There was a whole week that I was literally listening to old news just to hear you guys talking.
Aww.
I'm a huge fan of all three of you, but you are the man. Thank you, Colin. Well, thanks, Colin. Literally why we do this every day. Literally the reason why we come in here and try to bring you all the viral stuff that people are yapping about on the planet. So thank you for that email.
You know, we're funny too. A little back and forth.
Yeah,
a little
of course.
turkey segment or something.
Yeah, we can work in turkeys wherever we need to here today. Joseph emails tipsofthenewsjunkie.com. He says, before Hurricane Milton came through, I don't know if you remember, but you were asking the question, what did we think you guys look like based on your voices without seeing what you guys look like? And Joseph said, I hadn't seen what any of you look like on the show. And then I went and watched the stream.
Here goes.
Sabrina and C-Lane look exactly how they sound.
Okay.
However, Sean, you look kind of like Gary Cole. And for a second, I thought he was talking about Gary Coleman, but Gary Cole is this dude who is Ricky Bobby's dad in Talladega Nights.
See that?
I don't see it.
Can you do Gary Cole without a
all.
beard?
Gary Cole, no beard. I don't even see it a little bit. I don't think there's a photo of him with
So
a beard.
where did you get that from, my dude?
I look at that guy and I go, not seeing it. Sometimes people will tell me who I look like, and I'll look somebody, I'm like, oh, yeah, I can see that. There's an attorney on YouTube that's pretty popular, and people will send me that screenshot. And, okay, I can see it.
Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron used to be a thing. And I go, yep, all right, I got it. Tintin, I used to get.
Who's Tintin?
Old
The
cartoon.
Canine Cop?
No, not Rin Tin Tin. That's the whole different Tin Tin. I don't see the Gary Cole thing. That doesn't add up for me. But, there you go. Meanwhile, I didn't understand the messaging here, but at the White House, they unveiled their Christmas tree.
Okay.
And the whole idea was, they said, this Christmas tree came from the Blue Ridge Mountains. It's a Fraser fir from the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina, and it survived the hurricane. And I thought, wait, so the tree survived the hurricane, so you cut it down to bring it to the White House for a Christmas tree? What? I don't understand. Like, I feel like you should say we were going to get our Christmas tree from the Blue Ridge Mountains, but we saw that they stood strong and survived through the hurricane. So we got ours from somewhere else, or we're going to have a fake one this year or something. The messaging of it survived the hurricane, but it ain't surviving the White House is a strange one to me.
It survived the hurricane. I mean, we haven't checked up on the humans there in a little bit, but we'll grab a tree.
Also, there's that message too, right? Because you go, it survived the hurricane. Some of you weaklings in the Carolinas, you couldn't survive it, but the tree did until we sawed that son of a bitch down. Here they are.
Beautiful Fraser fir was grown at the Cartner's Christmas tree farm.
Can't put it up.
The Cartner family has been growing trees
It's still
for
laying
more
down.
than 60 years. And their farm is nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina, a region that was recently devastated by Hurricane Helene.
All right.
The Cartner family lost thousands of trees in the storm.
But not this one.
But this one remains standing.
This one remains standing until now. Dun, dun, dun.
How much is a tree like that?
Oh, this big?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't know the tree economy,
Also,
but that's not cheap.
My favorite part about that is the drivers of the horse-drawn tree carriage who are just staring dead straight. They're like, if you even look in the direction of the press, you're done.
And they look like the Puxatawny Phil
That's
crew.
probably their second gig.
They go, we do that and we do this. These are the things we do. We drive the Christmas
In
trees
a couple
to the White
months,
House.
we head to Puxatawny and rat-tat-tat on that little door where the little groundhog is.
We'll see if he comes out.
I don't see the resemblance, but I do now remember what a beardless Gary Cole looks like. They're basically saying you look like Bill Lumberg.
Bill Lumberg from Office Space?
That was Gary Cole.
I don't see that at all.
Was it?
You don't even have that hair. Isn't it like a butt cut?
Oh, that's him? Oh, my God. I didn't even know until this moment
Can we
that
show
was
it real
him.
quick?
Yeah, this guy. I'm gonna need you to do some TPS reports. That guy.
Yeah.
That doesn't look like me at all. I'm
Not
sorry.
one bit.
I don't see it. I've seen some of these and gone, yep, I buy it, but that one, not so much. All right, we're going to go over to you. We're working a couple of dispatches real quick and see what's happening in your world.
Actually, you look more like the other dude in Office Space than you do Lumberg.
Stapler?
No, the main character.
Yeah.
He looks more
what's
like that guy.
his name? The
Livingston.
guy from Ron Livingston.
Yeah.
That I could see more. Hold on. Again, you could watch the show if you'd like at any time. We've even watched the VOD over on thenewsjunkie.com. That's the video after the show ends. I see it more with this guy.
You look more like that guy than you look like Gary Cole.
Yeah. I look more like him than Gary Cole for sure. And
The
I don't
guy
even
who
think it's
sent
close.
that email is feeling like a real idiot right now. Huh?
Sorry,
No,
buddy.
I would be proud. Look what he started. We're still talking about his email.
Try it again. Here's Oregon Transplant talking about trees. Here we go. Uh-oh. Hang on.
Shoot.
Right here.
Hey, junkies. Hope you're having a good day so far.
Hey.
So I grew up in Oregon, and I think my perspective on the Christmas tree thing is a little bit different than your typical Floridian. The trees were a lot cheaper up there because that's where they're coming from, so you don't have to pay for like the shipping costs and stuff.
Yeah.
But additionally, going to the tree farm and cutting down your own tree is akin to going to the pumpkin patch versus just going to the grocery store and picking out a pumpkin from one of the bins. It's a whole experience, and it's a really nice time. It's fun to do it with your family. So I'm pro real tree, even if it's maybe not as good for the environment. Anyway, have a good day.
Thank you, Oregon Transplant. Appreciate that. I agree with you. That's what I was kind of. That's what I was trying to spell out with the experience of getting it and cutting it down is cool, but the going to the store and buying one versus just getting a fake one. These fake ones are so good, and it's so much easier to get them popped up, ready to go. Sometimes the lights are built right in there.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's a good experience.
Ooh,
Treat yourself a
business
little bit.
idea. Make it like a fake tree farm where you can do the whole fake chopping down. Make
Yeah,
a
you
whole
put
thing out
fake
of it.
snow out there for the kids and stuff. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that would probably draw in at least some money.
Audio trademark called it.
All right, quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about, well, we got more emails to get to. The Hunter Biden pardon probably at the top of the hour. We'll get into that. I got some clips that we need to go over. And I want to talk about, when we return, something that happened with a woman in Georgia that's absolutely mind-blowing to me. We'll go over that in just a bit. She was searching for her birth parents, and she found her dad. And then she discovered something really bizarre. What was it? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic is slowing down at the intersection where Vine Street meets John Young Parkway. There's congestion on Orange Blossom Trail near the Ramp Junction where Florida's Turnpike meets the Beach Line on I-4. There's slowdowns in the Champions Gate area. You can expect your regular delays in the Lake Buena Vista area. Police activities blocking eastbound and westbound lanes on Colonial Drive between Primrose Drive and McGuire Boulevard. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by MountDora.com. It's the 31st annual Mount Dora Christmas Walk, Friday, December 6th. Free family street party in downtown Mount Dora, live music, shopping, and free Santa pictures at the 25-foot Christmas tree. 6 to 9 p.m. December 6th. Details at MountDora.com. Brought to you by Discover Lake, Advent Health, and Duke Energy.
Greetings from Daytona, where a band of dreamers took a strip of beach and turned it into a proving ground. The Great American Race, where year after year, greatness is the destination.
Start your engines, let's go!
So book your experience and soak in 500 miles of history and tradition. The Daytona 500, February 16th, 2025. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com.
This is car accident attorney Jeff Kaufman with the injury law firm of Kaufman Lynn. If you hire an attorney solely based off a commercial, you might as well just flip a coin. My advice is simple. Check out their Google reviews. Find out how long they've been practicing law, and actually call them before you sign anything. We're talking about your future. It's important. If you or someone you know is ever in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, contact us at whenyouneedus.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. Offices, Orlando.
Hey, it's Sisney. And for the past 6 years, look, I've been either pregnant or in postpartum. But before that, I was diagnosed with PCOS. And if you know, you know. I mean, my battle with weight loss has been just that, a battle. And I'll admit, I didn't really want to necessarily share this journey with you, but the benefits and the positive change that I've seen in myself are just too good to gatekeep. Feeling good is most important when it comes to losing weight. And now you get to utilize science. That's why I'm so grateful for Future Health. They give millions of people affordable access to weight loss meds for less than $3 a day. Just take their quick 3-minute survey. From there, if approved by a clinician, you'll get prescribed and get the meds delivered to your door within 24 hours. You'll also have access to qualified doctors that know GLP-1s, plus the support from over 6,000 physicians and licensed pharmacies nationwide. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com. Again, that's tryfh.com. Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Hey guys, due to the recent storms in Orlando and Tampa, Solar Source has their first ever bulk order discounts on solar battery systems. I got one for my house. I love it. Discounts are starting at $1,000 off solar battery systems. Tesla Powerwall offered right now at the lowest prices they've ever seen. So get yourself one. It's a great gift for the holidays. Sales are currently planned through December 31st, but that may change. So get them now. Go to solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
This holiday season, before you pull the trigger on a gaming PC, go to Lenovo.com first. Get the best prices on the Lenovo you want, like the Legion Pro 5 gaming laptop. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com. Surprise! Your expenses this month were way higher than you expected. Also, you forgot to renew your website domain, and now you're in a bidding war.
You should see the look on your face.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Plus, the fridge died in the break room, and now everything smells weird. All right.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Open the app and click on the holiday banner or search holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7 plus stations playing all kinds of holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, R&B, tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Join the millions of listeners on the iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
iHeartRadio.
Preparing you for the impending robot uprising. This is the News Junkie.
It was great if you got one. Some of you out there just driven through the week and the weekend, and they made you keep on working after that. But for everybody else, glad to have you back here. We got a couple of more weeks of live shows before the end of the year, so we'll have some fun together and dive through the news and just go over things as we always do here on the show. Learn more about the program by going to thenewsjunkie.com right now. I want to get into this story about this woman in Georgia, not state Georgia, country Georgia, but the story resonates with everybody, I think. She tried to find her birth parents, and things went south in the most insane way you could ever imagine. But
why did she ask you to do it?
No, she did. One time, some woman said, I want to find my parents. And I said, I'll help you. And then I never got in contact with her.
That was, yeah.
I don't remember.
So
She didn't
a very
reach
long
out to
time
me,
ago
I
at
think.
this point.
It's like 10 years ago, for God's sake.
More than that. I think it was our first year. But like close second, if not tied for first, was not finding someone's dad, but revealing to someone live in studio whether or not the DNA test had proved that person was their dad.
We had this guy, this listener, he said, I have a DNA test, and it shows whether my dad is my biological father or not.
The guy was on the phone. We had 2 segments talking about this whole back
Yeah.
and forth.
The father was on the phone. The son was in the studio with us. Everybody thought we faked it, but we don't fake things on this show. It just happened.
Bull hockey.
Oh yeah, no. So that was the man who had raised him.
Bull hockey. Poppycock.
That guy. And it turned out, I thought for sure, I go, he obviously looked at the DNA test results, right? And then he's just coming in here because he knows what they are. He didn't. He never looked at them. And so I had to break the news to him for the first time.
And it was a
wasn't his
big
real dad.
reveal, and you just looked him in the eyes and go, he's not your dad.
Said in the most awkward way possible, he's not your dad.
And it was like in the beginning of the segment, so we still had to talk for 8 minutes before we can go to commercial.
And then the guy's fake father who was on the line was so mad. He was so upset. It was chaos, man.
Bull hockey.
That guy was wild. That's back in the archives somewhere, I'm sure. All right. There was a lot of fighting in the football world this week.
Oh, man.
Yeah, there was a lot
Jaguars
of fighting out there. There was fighting at that game. There was some fighting, I think, at the Florida Gators game. And
Florida State?
Florida State's a big game every single year. And I have to tell you, we made a little bit of a decision. We were going to go to a place. You guys will know what place this is. I always forget the name. They got hit by a car, and then now they've moved across the street into some nicer digs.
The Hideaway.
Hideaway. Yeah, the Hideaway. We were going to go over to the Hideaway, and as we're walking up to the door of the place, brand new, beautiful, I'm sure great, we hear an eruption of bros, and they're like, "Ah!" And they're all fans, big-time fans. They're watching Florida play Florida State. Go for it, man. Have fun. Enjoy your game. Said, let's go somewhere else. let's keep walking here. Let's go to another place. I don't want to be in that spot because I'm not paying attention to the football game. I'm just not. My favorite thing that I watched this weekend was the dog show. That did it for me. I like that kind of stuff. That spun us into watching Best in Show, and that spun us into watching Spinal Tap. And those are the things that I want to watch. I don't really care about sports that much. If you do, fine. I'm nothing against you, but I'll find a place where people aren't exploding every time there's a score or a defender going nuts, whatever they do. But one of the big fights, Michigan and Ohio State, because the Michigan players tried to take the flag and run it out onto the field and put it in the center of the field. And this guy runs out. He's got this huge Michigan flag, and he goes to put it in the center of the field. I swear to God, it's like a gladiator fight or a 300 fight or something. He as soon as he gets to the middle of the field, the other team is out there, right? And there's a whole bunch of them.
And he got a good scoop of that flag.
My God, they all started fighting and punching each other. It's just a brawl that breaks out here. They're all punching each other. This is on a football field. And I think both teams ended up getting fined in this case. And this was not, by any stretch of the imagination, the only fight that went down this weekend in the football world. I'll share with you my favorite. Let's see if you guys agree. This was my favorite fight. It was ASU in Arizona, and you'll see who's fighting here.
Nice.
The mask is
That's not real. That's not real.
That seems like a real punch. It just also spun his.
That's a fun time
and the
right there.
marching band guys in it?
Yeah,
or was that a
the
cheerleader?
The mascots just start punching each other.
Oh my God.
And then the other folks that were nearby.
The fragility, man. Why? I love that this was all on Thanksgiving.
Just the one mascot's getting hit and his head is spinning around.
Yeah.
It's like getting lost in his helmet.
Oh, Wilbur probably can't even see anything now.
Well, the other guy, his bee costume, that's a pretty tight little helmet.
Yeah,
He's got the advantage there.
I think that he did have an advantage over this guy, especially when it got spun around and he couldn't see anything. All right, to this woman from Georgia, the country, not the state, the country of Georgia over in, by Russia and the bloc states and all of that good stuff. This is a woman named Tamuna Muzaridze. Muzaridze. And here's how the story goes from the BBC.
Tamuna Makata.
Tamuna's search for her birth parents took 8 years. Tamuna Muzaridze took a deep breath and made the phone call she dreamed of since finding out she might be adopted. She was calling the woman she believed was her biological mother. She knew it might not lead to a fairy tale reunion, but she didn't expect the response to be so cold and angry, the BBC says. She started screaming and shouting. She said she hadn't given birth to a child. She didn't want anything to do with me, Tamuna recalls, explaining she felt more surprised and upset by the response. I was ready for anything, but her reaction was beyond anything I could imagine, she says. Tamuna wasn't prepared to walk away just yet. She wanted to know the circumstances of her adoption, and there was something else she wanted that only her mother could give her, the name of her father. Tamuna's search had begun in 2016 after the woman who raised her died. Clearing out her house, she found a birth certificate with her own name on it, but the wrong birth date, and she started to suspect she was adopted. So she went and started searching. Instead, she uncovered a baby trafficking scandal in Georgia that has affected tens of thousands of lives. Here's the twist on this one. Over the many decades, parents were lied to. They were told their newborn babies had died.
Oh.
And the infants were then sold to these other prospective parents.
What?
Tamuna is a journalist, and her work has reunited hundreds of families, yet until now she couldn't solve the mystery of her own origins and wonder if she too had been stolen as a child. So, yeah, they looked into this, and they found out that in the country of Georgia, somebody would give birth to a baby, and they would take it out of the room. This is why you write on it with a marker immediately after. And you tell them, it doesn't leave this room. My baby is not leaving this room. Because they took the baby out of the room, and they'd go, there was an emergency. I'm sorry, but your baby has died. And they go, oh, my God, it's unbelievable. And these parents would grieve, and they would struggle, and they would try to move on, and they had lost a baby.
They didn't
after
ask
giving
to
birth.
see the baby?
I guess in some of these cases, they didn't. They must not have, because the babies were still alive. And then they would sell them to somebody else who was looking for a baby. Holy cow, that's wild. Yeah. That's absolutely bizarre. And this woman found herself right in the middle of her very own story.
God.
When we return, we're going to do the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
Oh, Sean, I'm so very glad that you asked. What's coming up on the next episode? It's December, therefore I have a new December birthday song, and this one, you're going to find out what holiday your parents banged on. And on the 79th day of incarceration, Diddy was sued yet again, and this one is surprisingly unique. Plus, the original drummer for My Chemical Romance is not okay.
Yikes.
Because he's dead. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show. They'll pretend to be your friend. The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. Obviously, the chill is on, the coldest weather we've had in many months upon us. That means cool afternoons with sunshine and a high today of 65. Tonight, with clear skies and calm winds, will cool down to 39 degrees just outside of Orlando, close to 40 in town, and mid-30s once you get into the Ocala area where there will be a widespread frost overnight. The cool weather continues through the rest of this week. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Want to make this the most unforgettable Christmas? International Diamond Center is here to help with our most dazzling selection ever and 5 years zero-interest financing. Imagine the look in her eyes opening that box, seeing an elegant diamond tennis bracelet or a stunning pair of diamond earrings. IDC showcases are fully stocked with the classics, as well as the latest one-of-a-kind fashion jewelry from world-class designers. Unique, handcrafted items you can't find anywhere else. And relax. Our non-commissioned experts will guide you, respecting your price range and offering tips on can't-miss gifts for this season. You'll get the unbeatable value price IDC is known for. Plus, spread your payments over 5 years with zero interest. This year, give the gift that sends the message of love like nothing else. A meaningful and memorable piece of jewelry from International Diamond Center. Get holiday store hours, directions, and more at shopidc.com.
I'm Keith, founder and owner of International Diamond Center. Merry Christmas from all of us at IDC.
Altamont Springs, Waterford, and Millennium Mall.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, their U.S.-based restoration specialists will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with DayQuil VapoCool. It's DayQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
It's the 31st annual Mount Dora Christmas Walk, Friday, December 6th. Free family street party in downtown Mount Dora, live music, shopping, and free Santa pictures at the 25-foot Christmas tree. 6 to 9 p.m. December 6th. Details at mountdora.com. Brought to you by Discover Lake, Advent Health, and Duke Energy.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
I'll tell you, it's always awkward. Courtney has nightmares from time to time, or a lot.
Same, girl.
And I got to this morning I was laughing because Courtney wakes up and the first two words she says, because she's like coming out of her dream, she's F you. She says them like at the top of her lungs.
Who was it about?
I don't know. She goes, it wasn't you. But she woke up saying F you. Those are the first two words
She said it wasn't you because you were like, who are you talking to like that?
So what are you doing? What's going on in your dreams where you're waking up and the first words, F you? And I go, whoa, you okay? Okay, all right, everything's fine. We're not fighting. I don't know who you're yelling at, but you're good. Everything's good right now. All right, let's get into it. Here we go. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Let's make the room stank.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. And he's the opposite of stank. He's sweet. And he's going to make the process of buying your first dream home, perhaps refinancing the dream home you already own, debt consolidation, and everything in between, very, very easy. Start the process today by going to the website, thatmortgageguydon.com. Any question you have direct access to the man himself, an expert and a friend that you could trust.
Don't miss the vote. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
It was a mere 27 years ago, 1997. This movie right here, not the most famous quote, but the one that has a remix online.
So when did you know, that she was the one for you? October 21st, 1975.
Oh,
man. Day? Oh, yeah.
Took my line.
Day of the game. We're sitting in the bar.
You got mail?
No. It's out of Boston. Come on.
I don't know.
I'm a janitor in Boston, and I guess I
the
work
Ben
at
Affleck
MI.
and Matt Damon.
That is correct. What's the name?
Yeah, how do you like them apples?
Yeah.
C-Lane, help me out here.
I can't remember what it's called.
It's not bad.
Good Will Hunting.
That is correct. Sean with a point.
When I saw Louis C.K., he had a whole bit about that stupid apples line.
You like apples?
How do you like them apples?
I got to tell you, I know that I had seen the movie growing up, but yesterday was the first time that I'd seen it as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And
not good?
No, it's great. I did not know the background of it. Like Matt Damon. Is it Matt Damon? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrote that as his final senior project when he was in school, in college, as a play originally.
Mm-hmm.
And then the professor was like, no, make this into a movie and don't make it a thriller like he originally said. Then Ben Affleck wrote the screenplay.
Damn.
And they were babies and they got Oscars for it.
Crazy.
What did we do when we were 20-something?
Not that, unfortunately.
I think Freon and Frosted Tips.
Yes, if you have to lump all of it on me, yes.
And
I'm sure
me?
there were some bad decisions you too made in your youth.
I did, but I also did start my career here in the News Junkie when I was in my early 20s.
Wow.
There's that.
Okay.
What? It was Good
Just
Will
keep
Hunting
going.
all the way. You weren't 20 when you had the Frosted Tips.
You literally said, I'm sure we all made mistakes during these years, pointed out mistakes that I made and said, I didn't make any mistakes.
The Frosted Tips were, I made plenty of mistakes.
The Frosted Tips were when I was 17 or 18 years old.
And I don't think it was a mistake because all your other friends were doing it too.
Unbelievable.
Speaking of doing it, guess when your parents did it if you were born in December?
Yeah,
This is for
9
points.
months. March?
That would be in
February?
March. I present to you the December birthday song brought to you by one of my favorite Instagram creators, Soupy Garbage Juice, who creates
All right.
a birthday song for every single month, but most importantly points out why and when your parents banged on that day. Do you have the video, or do you want me to play the
Oh, hang on. That's the one you said. I didn't get that, actually.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I'm sorry.
He
Yeah.
had good graphics for it, but now just imagine it or look up, of course, Soupy Garbage Juice. And to anyone else born in December.
Soupy garbage juice.
Soupy Garbage Juice. Also, Cold Cuts Day is a holiday that we should appreciate in 2025.
That's the one I'll celebrate.
Absolutely.
I hadn't heard about that.
Someone not celebrating is the original drummer for this band right here.
My Chemical Romance.
Come again?
My Chemical Romance.
Bob Breyer. This is sad.
This story is messed up.
No, I mean, this is kind of a reminder. If there's someone in your life that needs to be checked on, maybe do
Check
that.
on them.
Yeah, or if you feel like you can go a couple days without someone checking on you, maybe just find that one person or turn on a location service because this man died at the age of 44 and he laid undiscovered for weeks.
Oh, 25 days, they said.
No one heard from him for 22 to 25 days, and that's a long
Yeah,
time,
that's so sad. They said he was just decomposing in his house, basically.
Golly, that sucks. Cause of death still unknown. Investigations are set to continue, but police have confirmed his death is not being treated as suspicious. They said, quick sidebar. Suspicious would only be if someone else, like if it was foul play or murder, like would it still be considered suspicious if it was a suicide? And they didn't
I
know?
think they generally refer to, when they say suspicious, it usually is hinting at murder.
Okay.
That's just what I've gotten
God,
from
that
stories.
sucks even more.
Yeah.
Choked on something and died and no one knew.
Some happened. This guy died, and days and days and days and weeks and weeks and weeks went by, and nobody from My Chemical Romance, I guess, is in touch with him, and his family didn't know enough, and then this happens.
Yeah, so last time he was publicly seen was November 4th. And then according to investigators, I do not know why this is something we need to know, but they said his home was found in a normal state with his music, equipment, and weapons all left untouched. Just in case.
Damn, man.
You wanted to know. So check up on your loved ones, especially if you've not heard from them in 8 days or so.
That's brutal.
This is completely opposite, nothing to do with death. We have the announcement that we have Moana live after the excess of Moana 2. And you mentioned earlier, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is going to be in it. And now we know what he's going to look like because he's using a muscle bodysuit despite having so many natural muscles on his own.
Really?
He made the reveal in a new interview with Extra, confirming online speculation that began after the paparazzos got photos of the Moana set that were published. Responding to the question on whether he bulked up for the role or not, he said, "That's a suit that took a long time to put on. So I'm happy you said you bulked up because when you say you bulked up, that means you couldn't tell."
He looks kind of strange with the dreads.
Yeah.
It's a weird look for The Rock.
It also looks very CGI still.
The girl, or the female actress who's playing Moana, is a pretty good representation of Moana.
This father-daughter? Because this is kind of looking like they're going to kiss a little bit.
This is just Moana and what's his name, Maui, holding hands, and the official trailer. Yeah, I don't know if this was needed. This might be great. Your kids might like this and stuff, but it just seems like they're just juicing out stuff to
Of course.
make it just because they can.
Make it juice. It's expected in theaters in summer of 2026.
Damn.
And in theaters now, of course, we have Wicked, and now we have, for some reason, what everyone made, and the big bucks, the Wicked
What'd they
Witch. Well, now they're going back to the old days. The Wicked Witch, did you know, made more than Judy Garland for The Wizard
she
of Oz,
did.
the original one?
Judy Garland was like a kid, as far as I recall, and I think she was all drugged up on the set of that movie.
Yep, that was a very weird set. Remember they had the sex parties with the Munchkins or something like that?
That's weird. You just look at that movie and you don't think there's nefarious stuff going on, but I guess there was.
And apparently very low paid. Judy, at the time of the original Wizard of Oz, where the Wicked story stems from, she made $9,600.
Yikes. Damn.
Well, Margaret Hamilton, who played the Wicked Witch of the West, made $21,000 because she was on Broadway and because she suffered burn injuries. So,
wow.
Just get burned on set, everybody. And finally, gosh, this was about to be a sad story, so I'll just breeze through it. James Vanderbeek is now selling Varsity Blues merch to cover his cancer treatment.
Ouch.
Elton John can't see anymore.
Yeah, I heard he
infection.
had a show over the weekend, I guess, when he shouted out to everybody. He said, I can't see you.
Oh, we both said that at the same time.
He said, I can't see you out there, but I know that you're there, and that means a lot to me.
And finally, Jason Kelsey may have dethroned this gal right here.
Mariah Carey.
At least for this Christmas so far. It says that maybe this Christmas, his duet with Steve Nicks is now #1 on the iTunes 100 holiday chart. For
Steve
now.
Nicks?
Steve Nicks, they say. Is it what's... Oh, that is... At the end of the article, it says Stevie. But we go by Steve now.
I was like, just him and his bro making a
Just
song?
Steve and Jason. On the boob tube, we have football, baby. The Browns and the Broncos, The Voice on NBC. The series finale of Superman and Lois on the CW.
Yes.
What's going to happen at both of them? Celebrity Wheel of Fortune with Chance the Rapper, Dionne Warwick, and Lil Jon. And you can catch Jamie Lee Curtis on Kimmel. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Amber. And most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we come back, Hunter Biden was pardoned. It's a huge shock. Just never saw this.
I lost so
I
much
just
money on that bet.
Can't believe that this ever would happen. And now we're watching some of the response to this. A lot of clips to get into. We'll see what everybody thinks about it. We'll cruise past the politics. And I got to tell you, something about the holidays that shocked the hell out of me when I saw this story. Many other things to get into. I hope we just have enough time today. Did you guys see the absolute pinnacle of cringe where that streamer girl went shopping with her sugar daddy? Did you see this?
No.
Oh my God.
But I'm in.
But I think the entire sugar daddy idea makes me cringe.
It's so difficult to get through. We'll probably get to that at some point and a whole lot more. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win tickets to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season long on our Instagram at Real Radio 1041.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Best holiday selection, lowest prices.
Authorities have moved that accident off to the shoulder now on the beach line westbound near Dallas Boulevard. Expect some residual delays from State Road 520. There's an accident on Summerlin Boulevard near Banchory Road causing a bit of commotion. And there could be still some police activity on Colonial Drive between Primrose Drive and McGuire Boulevard. Travel with caution through there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Christmas music playing right now on Magic 107.7.
Rocking around the Christmas tree.
Magic 107.7.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
Orlando's Christmas station.
Tiny lobster bisque, each with local in-season ingredients to create and save holiday menus ahead of time. Visit freshfromflorida.com and join the free Fresh from Florida Club. It could be the easiest decision you'll make all year.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
Proud to be a donation site for Toys for Tots.
Black Friday's coming, and there's something for the adults who love the coolest toys, too. Bartesian is the premier cocktail maker that makes over 60 cocktails. At the push of a button, make bar-quality cosmopolitans, martinis, Manhattans, and more. All in just 30 seconds, all for $100 off. Shake your phone and get $100 off when you spend $400 site-wide through Cyber Monday. Yes, you heard me correctly. Pick up your phone and shake it for $100 off.
Give your home a gift for the holidays by upgrading your old windows and doors with the latest designs from Renewal by Andersen. Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim windows and doors offer excellent insulation, reducing energy loss and helping to lower your utility bills while maintaining a comfortable indoor temperature year-round. Plus, they offer peace of mind. With Acclaim Impact windows and doors, you're investing in a product that not only enhances your home's beauty, but also significantly boosts its safety and value. Here's what Joni had to say. Great workers and beautiful job. Love it. All the employees are wonderful. Thank you all. For December, Renewal by Andersen is offering buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors, plus zero money down, zero payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Bonus, free True Scene screen upgrade for the first 50 customers. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. Official partner partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
Rebuilding after a flood can be difficult, but if you have flood insurance, you don't have to go through it alone. The National Flood Insurance Program can help you and your family recover by paying claims swiftly and fairly. If you've experienced flood damage, start rebuilding today by calling your insurance agent or company to file a claim. For more information about how to get your claim started, visit floodsmart.gov/claims. Brought to you by FEMA and its National Flood Insurance Program.
Mornings. Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hand, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cup-ditioners. Air Cup-ditioners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern-style sweet tea. And they're incredibly cost-effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. Air drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, their U.S.-based restoration specialists will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando. Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio 104.1.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
Says, if anybody hasn't said this yet, that Moana 2 image is AI. And you're right, there's a bunch of AI ones floating around. The only one from this movie that really didn't need to be made that appears to be real is so blurry, but you can kind of get the idea. And The Rock doesn't have what's it called? Dreads in this one, which was a good move. If they stayed away from the dreads, that was a good move on their part. You can join us on the show. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. And I believe, could be wrong, but I think if you went back to the transcript, you'd find this out. I said on the show, I said Biden is 1,000%, I bet my house on it, going to pardon his son. And I said that it would happen in the first week of December. Well, here we are. This wasn't even like a hard guess. This seemed pretty obvious to me. Why? Take all the politics out of it, right? Take all the politics out of it and just imagine you're a dad. You have the power to keep your son out of jail for smoking weed and having a firearm and for not paying his taxes. And he could go to jail for a while if you don't use that power that you have to pardon him. Also, your party pushed you out of the way so that somebody else could swoop in and win the election, and then they didn't end up winning the election, right? So there's a lot that starts to stack up here. And I said, if you just think about it incredibly logically from that standpoint, there's a 0% chance that Biden isn't going to pardon Hunter Biden. Now, you might get all pissed about that. And I saw a lot of people going, hey, we need to shut down this whole pardon thing. The idea that the president can pardon people, you people are morons. Everybody who comes out with this thing, they go, presidents shouldn't be able to pardon people. This is the dumbest thing I've heard in my entire life. Here's why. The judicial system in this country, and this may come as a shock to some of you, isn't always fair. It's not always fair, it's not always right, and it's not always just. So let's say there's an instance where you have somebody who ends up getting in a tainted jury pool, and you know it's very clear that justice wasn't served in that case, and somebody is behind bars when you believe that they should not be. Absolutely. Governors should be able to pardon and overturn what the judiciary comes up with, and presidents absolutely should be able to pardon people. It's one of the perks of the job. And people will go and they'll say, here's why my person deserves to be pardoned. It is the workaround, the end around on the judiciary. Was this a personal thing that he did just because it was his son? 1,000%. But I don't believe you. I'm telling you, I don't believe you if you come to my face and tell me you wouldn't have done it in his spot. Because I want
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I 100% in his shoes.
And everyone knew
would have done it. Yeah, I would.
What did he say? One time, and everyone's banking on that.
He said he wasn't going to pardon him. Here's Biden talking about this.
With regard to the question regarding the family, I'm extremely proud of my son Hunter. He has overcome an addiction. He's one of the brightest, most decent men I know, and I am satisfied that I'm not going to do anything. I said I abide by the jury decision. I will do that, and I will not pardon him.
So he said, I will not pardon him. Obviously, he didn't hold up to that. It was kind of clear that that was going to be the case. And if you're one of these people, because I've seen people that go, that was my son, I'd tell him this is a result of your addiction.
Yeah, right.
You deal with the consequences of this. And I'm like, that makes you a crappy dad.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being behind bars and going, my dad could have set me free and he didn't do it. How cucked is that? Like the ultimate, like people are going to get mad if I use them. Get out of here. You're the president. This is within your power. 1,000% I would do this. I'm not a Biden fan. 100% he was right in doing this because that's exactly what you would do. And if
also,
you wouldn't,
I don't think he needed to make this big statement about how the trial was a miscarriage of justice, this, and justice was not served, that. I would say, because I'm the president and I can do it. I have the power and he's my son and I'm doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll stretch this out. I think, and to reach out to a lot of the folks who are Trump fans, I think the charges against him in New York were insane. They absolutely were only brought upon Trump and pressed against Trump because he is who he is, and it was a political case. Absolutely, fundamentally, that is true, and that should not have happened. And that's the justice system going too far and getting politicized. And that's why you have presidential pardons. That's why you do this stuff. I also don't think Hunter Biden would have been facing all of this if he wasn't Joe Biden's son. I don't think we're. Are we looking at
just like Joe Biden, which is wild?
Are
Seeing
we looking
all
at
the pictures of them is insane to see that is his little.
Yeah,
twin.
I mean, there's a lot of pictures of Hunter flying around out there. Some of them are wilder than others.
That's what Joe looks like doing cocaine.
Yeah, I saw the water slide video again, where he's like going down the water slide naked, and he's all hopped up on
I haven't seen
something.
any of these videos.
Oh, there's a lot of them. Look up, go on X, Twitter, whatever, and look up Hunter Biden highlights, and you'll see the clips that came from these hard drives.
Hunter water slide.
Yeah, that's a fun one. He looked like he was having a good time. So I think that case would not have been pressed against him. Are we going on Facebook and seeing everybody who's posting weed or them smoking a joint and going, do these people have guns? If so, they lied on the form and then we should charge. No, obviously we're not doing that. It's ridiculous. Do you want your neighbor's gun to be taken away from them because somebody found out that they smoked pot? No, obviously people don't care about this.
I think it's by state, but that question has changed because there is a difference, especially in places that have medical marijuana.
Yeah.
It's
I just
not
don't.
about being addicted to it.
I don't buy that people care about this. I think it comes down to politics. And I think answering that question, if you answer the question, would you do this if this was your son, and you say, no, I wouldn't do it, send me a dispatch. And tell me why. Tell me why I'm wrong on this. But they were saying, no, this is not going to happen. This was at the White House a couple of weeks ago, I think.
The president would not pardon or commute the sentence for his son, Hunter. I just want to make sure that that is not going to change over the next 6 months. The president's saying he would not.
It's still a no. It's still a no.
It will always be a no.
It's still a no. It will be a no. It is a no, and I don't have anything else to add.
Ooh, slam
Will he
on the
pardon his
podium.
son? No.
It's a no until it's a yes, because she said, will he pardon his son? No.
Someone going to follow up with her on that?
That, yeah,
Play the
probably.
She knowed harder than Biden did, I think.
Yeah. And then there's a supercut of all these media outlets going, Biden's not even going to pardon his son. Biden's not going to pardon his son. And then obviously he goes back on that. Here is the statement from the president. It says, today I signed a pardon for my son, Hunter. Let me bring this up a little bit more for those of you on the stream. If you want to watch the show, you can always go to thenewsjunkie.com when we're live and peek into the studio, full production. Statement from President Joe Biden. Today I signed a pardon for my son, Hunter. From the day I took office, I said I would not interfere with the Justice Department's decision-making, and I kept my word even as I've watched my son being selectively and unfairly prosecuted. Without aggravating factors like use in a crime, multiple purchases, or buying a weapon as a straw purchaser, people are almost never brought to trial on felony charges solely for how they filled out a gun form. Those who were late paying their taxes because of serious addictions but paid them back subsequently with interest and penalties are typically given non-criminal resolutions. It's clear that Hunter was treated differently, he said. So he's like really pushing back. The charges in his cases only came about after several of my political opponents in Congress instigated them to attack me and oppose my election. Then a carefully negotiated plea deal agreed to by the Department of Justice unraveled in a courtroom with a number of my political opponents in Congress taking credit for bringing political pressure on the process. Had the plea deal held, it would have been a fair, reasonable resolution of Hunter's cases. Now, there's a lot of nonsense BS in there. In fact, the plea deal that they were going to give Hunter was every bit as good as the pardon that his dad just gave him. The plea deal was insane, and it never should have been offered to anybody. And if it were anybody other than Hunter Biden, it wouldn't have been offered to him. But the charges are silly. I don't believe that people actually care about this. Hunter Biden.
I also
making a statement.
A lot of people are coming at him. It's like, he lied. He lied about. He said he wasn't going to pardon him. He lied. Did he though, or did he just change his mind? Do you think that he believed he wouldn't pardon Hunter back when he said it?
No.
Good question.
No, I think he was lying. I do. I don't think that he thought in that moment he would leave the White House and not pardon his son. I think he might have waited to see if there was no sentence, and then if he won a second term, pardon him on the way out.
Yeah. Also, at that moment, he probably didn't think he was going to leave the White House.
Yeah,
There was a different Joe Biden that said that than the one we have today.
But I don't think he was being honest. I think almost 9 out of 10, at least, fathers would do this for their son, even if their son was a crackhead, even if their son was an addict with all sorts of problems, even if their son
You don't want your kid to
videotaping everybody. No. Yes, you especially if that was something that was in the past, and I don't know if I believe him or not, but he says he's got his life together, he's not doing drugs anymore. Then if you're a father in that position, you'd actually be an asshole to do anything other than that.
Now, what if your
Especially have
son?
the power to do it?
What if your son was Jeffrey Epstein?
That's different.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein, I'm sorry. See you later. I'm not talking to him anymore. If you go into real crime territory, you shouldn't do it. But if this is not that, I'm asking anybody to look at what he's charged with, compare it to the Trump case in New York, and say those aren't kind of similar in a way. Like the person, if they didn't have the same last name, you wouldn't be going after them with this fury. If that's the case, then the pardon is fine. If he was driving drunk and killed 3 people and his dad pardoned him, wrong. He's absolutely wrong. It's not if you're a dad, you pardon your son no matter what. It's you're a dad, and if it's trivial, because I think this is trivial, you should pardon your son. A statement from Robert Hunter Biden. I have admitted and taken responsibility for my mistakes during the darkest days of my addiction, mistakes that have been exploited to publicly humiliate and shame me and my family for political sport. Despite all of this, I've maintained my sobriety for more than 5 years because of my deep faith and the unwavering love and support of my family and friends. In the throes of addiction, I squandered many opportunities and advantages. In recovery, we could be given the opportunity to make amends where possible and rebuild our lives, I'll never take the clemency I've been given today for granted and will devote the life I have to have rebuilt to helping those who are sick and suffering, he says. So there you go. Lots of reactions to this. Terry Moran from ABC News says, I get it. I'd want to pardon my son, too. A father's unconditional love is natural and noble. I respect that it's motivated Joe Biden, but presidents are supposed to put the country first, and this precedent isn't good for our country, he says.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Our country will never recover. From Hunter being pardoned.
Yeah, but Sean wouldn't have read that quote if it was just like, all right, yeah, that's what I would have done. That's the juicy take on it, I guess.
No, I don't even. I'm seeing this a lot of places with media people who were journalists and stuff. They're going, well, I can see why you would want to do that, but for America, you shouldn't.
Please.
And I just don't get it. Like I said, I'm not even a Biden fan. I don't care to run defense for the guy. But if we're being real and we're keeping it real with each other,
keeping it 100.
I don't think this changes anything. They said, were they fighting about this on The View? Big shocker.
As a parent, I understand why he would do it, but I wonder to understand why lie about it for so long.
I'd stop calling it a lie.
Okay, why repeatedly say you're not going to and you do? And secondarily, for the cut.
What is a lie anymore then? Right? Like, if I say.
You can't change your mind. It's just a lie.
If I say, I'm not going to do this, 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 and then I do it, that's a lie. That is a lie. I absolutely agree with that. That is a lie. But I don't care about the lie. I don't care. I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's having any big bearing on the future of this country. I would call him out on that, though. I think it is a lie. If you say something repeatedly. But if you go like they're saying here on The View and say, well, it's not a lie, then what is a lie? It doesn't make any sense to me. You're like, you have to hold people accountable.
That's what I was saying. I asked you if you believed that he was lying when he said that, or if he actually believed he wouldn't pardon Hunter and then changed his mind, said, you know what, I got pushed out of the race, I got crapped on by my party, and they didn't even pick up the pieces and win the damn election, so screw you. I'm going back on my word. I'm pardoning my son because he's my son and I can do it.
Yeah, I like all the reactions here. And a lot of people calling me out, by the way, for hypocrisy here.
Oh.
Why? What did you do?
Bootsy Moonshine says, Sean lied about wanting to see Wicked. Now,
I mean, that's more of an egregious lie than what Biden did.
Not even close. Not even close. I said, I don't think I'm going to see this movie. I don't have any interest in seeing this movie. It's not for me. And
I realize all the sets.
I still don't want to see the movie. I really don't care about it that much. Courtney wants to see it, but I am interested in seeing the sets. I think that's super impressive. I like the idea that they build these worlds. This was an area with water and boats that wasn't actually there to begin with. Then there was 5 stories high, the entirety of the set that they built. You know, I'm running defense for myself here, but you get it. I think those.
I geek out with that stuff too. I did not realize the extent of like the Titanic set that they built and what they did, and the just filling up an entire place, and then just the miniature sets and how that looked in the movie. It's fascinating.
Impressive. Yeah, I like it.
I wonder though because I haven't seen Wicked yet. When you do watch it, like how much of a difference if that was going to be computer generated. Like if someone were to take the time, could you tell?
I think you can. I think they're very, very, very skilled with CGI. Hats off to the folks and the stuff that they can come up with. But this movie, they went above and beyond. There's a scene where I think it's toward the beginning where the characters are running through a beautiful poppy field.
Spoiler alert.
I think tulips. Tulips field, okay?
It's probably poppy. Poppy was a thing in The Wizard of Oz, isn't it?
I don't think you can grow poppy in the United States because heroin comes from poppy, but it was tulips, I believe. And there's this huge field, and there's these giant stripes of yellow tulips, blue tulips, all the colors, right? And the characters are running through this field, and they actually grew all of those tulips for the scene. Millions and millions and millions of them. They went to a farmer and they said, you have this plot of land. We want you to put all of these tulips in this area so that we can use it for our scene.
What a payday.
Then they learned that all the tulips, they bloom at different times, the different colors. So you have to perfectly time this out so that they were as, and I look at that and I go, that's a big undertaking. That's pretty damn impressive.
It also seems like a waste of money.
Yeah, they spent a lot of money on these movies. So could they have done that in CGI? Yes, but
Could they just paint some fake flowers? Absolutely.
Possibly, yeah. But they did not do that in this case.
No.
All right, so
9 million tulips.
Yeah.
That's
it's wild. It's unbelievable. So did I lie about not wanting to see Wicked? I think it's different. I didn't say, so here's how I could compare this. If I said we're going to be live on Friday, the show's going to be live on Friday, I have the power over that, whether the show is going to be live or not to a certain extent. And when it came to Friday, if the show wasn't live, now I've lied to all of you because the show's not live.
There's a possibility it won't be live.
This week, the show is going to be live. Don't get confused by this example here. But with Wicked, I had no interest in seeing it at all. Now, my interest has peaked a little bit. I think Biden had all the interest in pardoning Hunter when he was asked about it. And I think he didn't want it to hurt him for the election, which he thought he was running in at that time. And he just lied. But otherwise, I don't think it's a massive deal. We'll take your thoughts. I'm sure you're all hyped up on this. We'll fight just like you did over
Look
Thanksgiving.
what he did to America.
America's
next?
broken. It's all over with. And we've got a lot to get to. Some emails, as I said earlier, and something about the holidays that absolutely shocked me. And I want to see where you land out on this. And we'll attach it to this rapper this weekend. Did you guys see this Dave Blunt's guy that was on stage?
Yeah.
My God. I don't know.
It was hard to watch.
That in the reaction to it, you'll see why we're talking about this and what was in particular interesting about this performance over the weekend. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is. The Monsters in the Morning.
Sometimes I give too much. I'm sure people get sick of me. Moron on Facebook
I've
again.
heard that about Russ Rollins. He's a giver.
I am a giver.
Not a taker.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Authorities have moved that accident off to the shoulder now on the Beach Line westbound near Dallas Boulevard. Expect some residual delays in that area. There's an earlier accident on Severin Boulevard eastbound at Banchory Road on I-4. Traffic is slowing down in the Champions Gate area, and just travel with caution on the roadways this afternoon. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. You've got great taste. That's why Wawa lets you customize a delicious crispy or roasted chicken sandwich just the way you want. Chicken how you wanna at Wawa.
Folks, let me tell you about a great company, Mills Air. This is a company that is going to help you out. 2 words, preventative maintenance. And preventative maintenance can save you money because a Mills Air tech will come out and look at your AC, no matter what kind it is, up and down. They're going to, from top to bottom, they're going to look at your air conditioner and tell you, hey, it's in great shape, or we got some problems here. You're going to have some issues in the months ahead. And it's great to get ahead of that because you can save some money because you might stop a huge breakdown that could really damage things. And preventative maintenance is just a smart thing for all homeowners to do with Mills Air. So give them a call, 407-277-1159. 407-277-1159. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to Mills Air. Find them online at millsair.com.
Hey, it's Sisney. And for the past 6 years, look, I've been either pregnant or in postpartum. But before that, I was diagnosed with PCOS. And if you know, you know. I mean, my battle with weight loss has been just that, a battle. And I'll admit, I didn't really want to necessarily share this journey with you, but the benefits and the positive change that I've seen in myself are just too good to gatekeep. Feeling good is most important when it comes to losing weight. And now you get to utilize science. That's why I'm so grateful for Future Health. They give millions of people affordable access to weight loss meds for less than $3 $2 a day. Just take their quick 3-minute survey. From there, if approved by a clinician, you'll get prescribed and get the meds delivered to your door within 24 hours. You'll also have access to qualified doctors that know GLP-1s, plus the support from over 6,000 physicians and licensed pharmacies nationwide. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com. Again, that's tryfh.com. Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. 'Tis the season to be jolly, but you can't be jolly if you have a ticking time bomb in your chest that you have no idea is sitting there. But that's the great thing about Life Imaging FLA and their free heart scan. You can know beforehand. That's called being proactive and not being reactive. And with Christmas season here and plenty to come, you definitely want to be around for your friends and family during these special times. We've heard so many testimonials about people who went in thinking they were fine, only to find out they had major blockages that led to surgery that saved their lives. So get with Life Imaging FLA and book your free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening. Early detection does save lives. Remember, no dyes. You don't take your clothes off. The entire process only takes a few minutes. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. Make that call today. Make this the year you finally take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia.
This is car accident attorney Jeff Kaufman with the injury law firm of Kaufman Lind. Imagine you deposit $100 in your bank every month for 20 years. And at the end of 20 years, you go in and try to make a withdrawal. And they say, no, we don't think you deserve this money. We don't want to give it to you. In fact, we're going to hire attorneys so that you don't get your money. That tends to be the way car insurance companies treat you when you file a claim. If you or someone you know is ever in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, contact us at whenyouneedus.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. Offices, Orlando.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, their U.S.-based restoration specialists will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
This Earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
And I feel hardest hit by this. I do. I'm looking at the story going, that's me. I'm one of those people. What is it? We'll talk about that in just a moment. It is Cyber Monday, and I told you I'll share with you if there are some unbelievably good deals. And I have found a couple of them, actually. I'll be honest with you. I didn't know if I would. But one of them for sure. If you're in the market for any kind of battery backup thing, Sealand, you got a bunch of these already. But there's something called the Delta 2.
Whoa.
And it's normally $999, and it's $399 on Amazon.
Whoa.
Which is pretty crazy, actually. And I've seen a bunch of people sharing that one as a Cyber Monday deal. It's 60% off.
What are the reviews on that?
Reviews are 4.4 stars, 104 reviews. So looks like it's working out well for most people. It's got like a solar panel thing. It says, I don't know how all this stuff works, but 1024 wattage hours or something. I don't know. Seems like it's pretty good.
That's watt hours.
Is that what it is? Watt hours?
Yeah.
Is that a lot, Sealand? 1024 watt hours, 1800 watt.
1024 is good.
How long will that power something for him? Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. Is your Jackery more than that? Or
no, hell no. No, my.
How many wads does your Jackery get?
I think like 270 something.
Oh my God! Well, this is a lot. Then it sounds pretty good. $3.99 that thing is. Just look up Delta 2 on Amazon and you'll find it. And then another one that I thought was pretty good, and people might want this for themselves or for somebody for the holidays. It's not a Roomba, but it's a robot vacuum and mop. It does the vacuuming and the mopping, and it's usually $470, and it's $139 on Amazon for Cyber Monday. That's a pretty crazy deal. It's a lightning deal, so you have to claim those. And just search for robot vacuum and mop combo. You'll find it. Those are some ones that I saw that seem to be a lot off.
So the battery that I have that I brought over to your house during the hurricane that one time, 293 watt hours.
Yeah.
So this is basically over 3 times as much. But what that means is if I were using something that pulls 293 watts, it would last an hour. But if it's something that pulls 30 watts, then it would last
You're good to go.
up close to 10 hours.
How long would it power the studio for?
That is an Austin question.
Man.
Yeah, you have a whole lot of watts.
Austin, if you're around, hit me up.
Lots of
Austin!
watts.
All right. 1 in 4 people are still carrying weight from the holidays last year. And I feel hardest hit by this. It's offensive, honestly. It says, do you still remember last year's Thanksgiving turkey? It turns out it's not the only thing you're hanging on to for the last 12 months. A quarter of Americans are still carrying weight they gained during last year's holiday season, according to new research. A survey of 2,000 Americans revealed that 24% are still carrying the weight they gained at the end of 2023. On average, that's almost 10 pounds. Oh, I've been feeling it. For the Thanksgiving break, there was a couple of times where I go, God, I get in this mood where I feel heavy and I just want to lose weight immediately, which is obviously not a thing. And I know that I want to get down to about 185. That's my goal. But I can't, like we discussed last week a little bit about this. You can't do it right now. Now is not the time to consider that.
It's not.
Thanksgiving to Christmas.
Delicious food. And then after I was done with Thanksgiving, I was like, I am in physical pain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in physical pain. I need to lay down. Something is stuck in my stomach, and that is probably all the food I piled on top of each other.
Oh.
And then I'm
it's worth it.
I want a snack right now.
I think it's worth it. Hold on. Is it worth it?
Let me work it.
I'm not even sure.
Put my game down, flip it, and reverse it?
Now I'm considering this and wondering if it is. And no, just overall, are these meals, these Christmas meals, Thanksgiving meals, holiday meals, are they worth me going, I'll knock that weight off in January. I'll kick it down in January. I guess so. You got to treat yourself sometimes, I think.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a lot of people.
But it's now I'm putting on it's like the first bout of winter clothes. Like we finally, at least where the show's coming from in Florida, we have gotten our cold weather finally, and more than 24 hours.
Yeah, for a nice little stretch.
This stupid coat looks ridiculous on me.
I did that this weekend too.
I'm going to New York next week, and this stupid coat, and I'm not going to go buy another coat that I'm not going to use. But it's also, what's the plan here? You have this moment where it's January, I'm going to get things started. But I also said that December, November, and all the months prior to that this year. So where's the motivation? Give me the pill that gives me the motivation.
That's Ozempic. That's the good stuff. That's Wegovy.
Is that even motivation?
It just
motivates me feel nauseous, and that's
motivates your body not to eat anymore, and then boom, everything else falls off with it. And you don't want to look like this. That guy, he was rapping at this event. It was a Juice WRLD tribute show.
Man,
rapper Dave Blunt is 23 years old. He takes the stage. He's sitting down on a sofa during his rap performance. He's 23 and he's got an oxygen tank with him as he's performing on this stage. And you just look at it and you go, damn.
I mean, it's over the sofa.
He's huge. He's awesome.
Has he always been this big? Or this is the first appearance he's had in a while and he's gained even more weight?
I do not know.
It seems like he was a big guy.
I only know Snoop Dogg chimed in and Snoop Dogg said, man, you got to drop the chicken wings because you're getting way too big. You're going to kill yourself. And the guy went back at Snoop Dogg for coming after him. And
well,
it's
Snoop
just
Dogg
bad.
didn't say anything wrong.
He's
got
right.
An oxygen tank. That means you're having health issues.
You know what it means? You know what it means? It means you're so fat, your body is literally just is squishing all the air out of you.
But this is going to take medical intervention. Like, this is not just lay off the chicken wings and then all of a sudden you can get off the couch and not have an oxygen tank. Like, this is going to take
he's big.
some help.
He's over 500 pounds. And the thing is, when I see this stuff,
someone has to help him bathe, I imagine, right?
I don't know. He's very, very large. He wouldn't fit in a bathtub just looking at him. But when I see this stuff, it kind of makes me sad. It's why I've never been into the My 600-Pound Life shows. And
No, don't like them.
1,000-Pound Sisters or
but one
whatever.
of them lost a bunch of weight.
I just can't watch it. I don't like it. Courtney has this woman that she loves on Instagram. She follows her, right? And this woman makes dishes that are really gross, and Courtney finds it to be so funny. And it'll be like, we're making our turkey for Thanksgiving. It's our mayo turkey, and she's lathering the turkey with mayo
Is she
on the
giant
outside.
too?
She's kind of normal size, but she's like a redneck. And she goes through all of the accoutrements that she's making. She's got this vat of this thick nacho cheese that she's pouring into stuff. And Courtney's laughing and laughing. And I'm watching it. I go, this makes me sick to my stomach. I can't stand watching this.
I love mayo, but I don't know all over turkey.
I can't bring myself to do it. But Dave Blunt's, you got to lose some weight, man. Jesus.
I think he knows that.
Oh, God, this.
I don't think he cares. Look at him. He got a sweet payday, and he got to be on a couch.
Rough. The tweet says, morbidly balding, obese, fat, stinky, dying F artist Dave Bluntz sneaks out of the hospital and performs on life support. Woo!
He snuck out of the hospital?
All right, now click that profile and see what a douche this guy is, and then tell me what he looks like physically.
Just ripped. Absolutely shredded.
Looking at the notorious Bigger.
I get it. Squid emails the show, tipsofthenewsjunkie.com. Hello, News Junkie. I live in Jupiter, Florida. I started listening to your show on the radio when the Love Doctors ended. At first, I was listening to radio only, but I couldn't listen to the complete show because of available time. Then I started listening to the iHeart podcast, and everything was going okay. Then I started having the trouble with the show clipping around and rewinding and having to repeat sections. So I tried by logging onto your website and clicking on the podcast. I still had this issue. Is there a better way to listen to your podcast on my iPhone? Love the show. I'm 71 years old, and I do not understand a lot of what you discuss when it comes to new music or new actors. But I love your discussions when it comes to news, says Squid. Well, thank you for that. I'm going to recommend two things. If you ever have skipping with the podcast, here's the reason why it's happening. I don't want to bore you to death, but it's because we get ads injected in real time. So new ads for whatever time you're downloading the show, and injecting those ads causes some skipping issues. So if that's happening to you, download the show so that everything's all together and it won't skip around like it does when you're streaming the show. So if you're on the Apple phone and you go into the podcast app, just download the show and then play it back that way, and it should alleviate those issues. The other fallback is you can always go to thenewsjunkie.com and you'll see the YouTube video from that day, and that's never going to have any sort of skipping in it. A lot of people watch and listen that way. Tipsofthenewsjunkie.com. Ashley emails the show. Hello. Hope your Thanksgiving went well.
Hello.
I was wondering if you had any information yet about how a family in need can get those bikes. Looking forward to watching the show today. I missed y'all, says Ashley. Do we have the name of the charity that we're working with?
It's going to be with the Orlando City Foundation.
Okay, perfect.
That is something TBD for now. I'll reach out to them and see if there's a way that people can apply. But this is a foundation that we are working with, so that's kind of already established. I don't know how much say.
Well, they are very, very good at finding the kids in the community that have the most need. We don't want some kid whose parents are bringing in six-figure salaries getting one of these bikes, folks. We want a genuine poor kid. We want somebody who literally needs this, and this will really change their lives. This is a great charity, and they find those folks. And if you have somebody who you know who's in that spot, we'll definitely push you over to the charity and see what we could do. Or Sabrina is going to reach out, and we'll see what they say. There's some sort of process, I'm sure.
And as far as like maybe, times are tough, but you do want to contribute. One, we have a great way for you to meet other listeners. If people want to go in on one bike, go for it. We also need new bike helmets, which is also important for kids getting the bikes to have helmets. So if you just want to contribute that's wonderful. And you can absolutely do that as well. But more information, realradio.fm/bike.
Okay, when we come back, we'll talk about some more Cyber Monday options. We've got some fines to talk about. We got jury duty coming up. We are loaded for bear, and we'll dive into that head first. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
I don't know.
Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by MD Now.
Week 13 of the NFL season wraps up tonight with an AFC showdown between the Browns and the Broncos at Mile High Stadium. Elsewhere, the Buccaneers are tied atop the NFC South with Atlanta after rallying to beat Carolina in overtime on Sunday. The Bucs host the Raiders this week. And UCF football coach Gus Malzahn is leaving the program after 4 years and 3 bowl appearances to become Florida State's new offensive coordinator. I'm Darrell Joyner.
Coming down with something and don't know what it is? Know now at MD Now. Their physician-led team can test for, diagnose, and treat a variety of illnesses. Just walk in or use their convenient web check-in. Visit mdnow.com and get back to better.
These days, everything in Orlando costs more. But a single line at Verizon doesn't. Get one line for as low as $50 per month when you switch and bring your phone. So, while coffee is definitely costing more, here at Verizon, you can save. And dinner for two has gotten pricey. Verizon, less pricey. Kissimmee rent, that's not coming down. But Verizon, down. One line for just $50 a month. That designer Golden Doodle, so much more. But Verizon, a fair bit less. Even a good old tried and true hamburger will cost you more. But with Verizon, the same tried and true service is now just $50 per month for a single line on unlimited welcome with autopay plus taxes and fees. Point is, in a world that is always costing more, you can get more for less right now at an Orlando Verizon store. $15 promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G, 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with DayQuil VapoCool. It's DayQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Thank you for making Mercedes-Benz of South Orlando one of the premier luxury dealerships in Central Florida. We are the official dealer of luxury, providing the ultimate VIP experience at a price you can afford. Call Monica Ventura at 689-319-7680. That's 689-319-7680. We guarantee you will be treated like VIP and nothing less. Across from the mall at Millennium.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
What's up, y'all? It's Cam Jordan from the New Orleans Saints, here to tell you it's going down. On season 2 of my podcast, Off the Edge with me, Cam Jordan. Catch new episodes every Wednesday, and I'll have the NFL's biggest stars join me to give a player's perspective of the biggest storylines, trends, and did that really just happen? Moments from around the league. So tap into the Off the Edge with Cam Jordan podcast. Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Off the Edge and start listening.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio, free.
You've experienced flood damage. Start rebuilding today by calling your insurance agent or company to file a claim. For more information about how to get your claim started, visit floodsmart.gov/claims. Brought to you by FEMA and its National Flood Insurance Program.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, their U.S.-based restoration specialists will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Sponsored by the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home at thenickley.com.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the new.
Net Zero on YouTube. Net Zero says, you should have impeached, E-M-P-E-A-C-H-E-D, Biden before he pardoned. You should have impeached Biden before he pardoned. Damn. Actually, you're right. I apologize. You were right, and I was wrong. And this may be the last day that I'll do this show. Whoa. I've never been corrected in such a damning way. I'm a little shell-shocked, honestly. I don't know.
I can dump that and make you sound right.
No, it's the segment before when we were talking about all this stuff.
What happened?
I don't think I can recover from this,
We're
honestly.
about the wads?
Boy. All right, Net Zero, thank you for that. I'll try to do better moving forward, and I'll take your suggestions to heart. I do want to say that this is from tipsathenewsjunkie.com. From who was it? Hang on. David. No, Joel. Joel is the one who sent this over. Joel sent over a deal for Cyber Monday. This is a good deal. It says Damascus chef knife, 8-inch. So it's an 8-inch chef knife. It's a sushi knife made of Japanese VG10 stainless steel. 456 ratings, 4.5 stars. It's a $57 knife for $15.99.
Okay, so
bad.
These are the moments, though, where I see the bargain as the enticing part. And I forget that this product I will use maybe one time.
If you're somebody who cooks a lot, does a lot of sushi stuff, this would be a good deal for you. You just search for Damascus chef knife 8-inch on Amazon. You'll see this. It's gone from $57 down to $15.99. That's 72% off. That's good. But if you don't need it, don't buy it. C-Lane's on the edge over there. He's wavering.
This Delta battery.
It's a good deal, right?
A good deal.
He told me, C-Lane told me, Sabrina, the one that comes with the extra battery could power this whole studio for 6 hours.
We think, according to whatever battery you went and looked at during the break, that said you were pulling, 320 watts right now?
Yes, I believe. Right. Yeah, it's
This is my dad question because he the most nerve-wracking thing for him is actually driving the RV, but I'll be damned if he put all the gadgets.
Oh, what's he got in there?
Damn thing. One, he got the Starlink.
Oh, he's got Starlink on it.
And
nice.
then he's got like power banks and solar power that does this and that, and he's explaining because he has this meter of the wattage because, of course, when he plugs into the house, my house was not enough to power the heater and the fridge at the same time, and they had to explain to me how wattages worked and all that. And it's impressive. I don't understand, but it was certainly something that he was geeked about. And then he's like, but you actually drove it through Tennessee? How did you do it? I'm like, oh, I was in my element, Pops. That's the one thing I can explain to you. 10 and 2, and relax a little bit.
I can't do it. It's so crazy. Those things are so big.
They really are.
You know, Courtney's dad went to like an RV convention type thing I told you about not that long ago. Oh my God. They have everything at these conventions. Why? Because they think RV people have some money to throw around at least, and they like wine and dine you to try to get you to buy their battery or their like new shower accessory, or it's a whole world.
He has a like Bluetooth bidet.
Oh, nice.
And he's like, look at the remote, and one button says defecation. And I'm like, what does this mean? I mean, I know what the word means. And they're like, we're afraid to press it because of our BHS.
How have I lived my life this long without a defecation button? I'm really missing out here.
Well, we have one.
If you need a button, something's wrong.
Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Austin on YouTube says, always check the Honey price chart to see what this is previously sold for. I'm not sure if that's the one I use or not, but I have an Amazon Chrome plugin, and it shows a graph of what the cost of every item was.
Honey does that, but it also does the thing that I was telling you earlier, that where it tries the promo codes, and usually I get nothing out of that. Usually it's just like, oh gosh, these are all old codes, or they don't work in this this region or whatever. But I'll be damned if I was ordering those Christmas lights and one of the codes got me $60 off.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
It's the best. I love me some Honey plugins.
I'm trying to get better at saving and get
Honey
discounts.
plugins sounds weird.
It does.
Sounds delicious.
Love them Honey plugins. Yeah. Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. You can also use 800-CALL-MO if you're making the transition with me to remembering the new phone number. 800-CALL-MO. After an accident, there's tons of attorneys out there, but the smart decision for you, your family, your friends who are writing online, need an attorney. Any suggestions? Pop his name out there, because that's the one that's going to, I think, be the best for anybody who you care about. 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. The sentencing is actually going on right now in that suitcase murder trial. I don't know if it's popped off on any of the local news websites. Maybe you guys can just take a peek at Fox 35.
I don't see anything on right now.
Okay. As I know that's happening right now. She was found guilty of second-degree murder of killing this guy that she left in a suitcase in 2020. And she's facing, doesn't say how long she's facing here, but she'd probably get a pretty significant sentence, I would think. And her attorneys say they plan to file an appeal to her conviction. Not sure if that's got much of a chance at all. But when her sentence comes up, we'll repeat it here on the show. And closing arguments are today in the Daniel Penny trial. That's the military veteran charged with recklessly choking to death a distressed homeless man after an outburst on a New York subway train. This has been a pretty explosive case. And now closing arguments Monday, maybe Tuesday. I don't know if it'll go much longer than that. I think we'll have a verdict on that case this week.
Speaking of explosive cases, did you guys watch the new JonBenet Ramsey docuseries?
No, I didn't see this. Is there actually news?
I mean, there's definitely some interesting facts. I feel like a lot more details of the murder, but this, I believe, is the first one that is so pro Ramsey parents. It's hurtful. Like,
really?
Because they mention how That CBS one, I know we talked about back in 2016, where they had experts come in and then they blamed it all on the brother. And it was a $750 million lawsuit that was settled against CBS. Prior to that was one of the detectives had wrote a book, bestseller, blaming the mom, Patsy, who had passed away. Another $80 million settlement. And this one was like, the parents definitely didn't do it, you guys.
Yeah.
But here are all the other gruesome details.
That must be related to the story I saw this morning, which I believe said something like the prosecutor or somebody who was familiar with the case said they've never been closer to solving the John Benet Ramsey mystery than right now.
Definitely some interesting stuff. We enjoyed it. I mean,
I would guess that I would guess that those things were related. I'll tell you what's so frustrating. I don't know if they showed this footage, but if you don't know about the John Benet Ramsey case, the parents were suspected from the jump, either that they had something to do with this or that their son had something to do with it, and they were covering up the death of their daughter. And the daughter's body was found in the basement at their house and was, I forgot what they called it, but was kind of like tied up a little bit and was choked with a garrote. Yeah. Something that you use to like kind of twist down and tighten and choke people.
And like, I did not realize the paintbrush stuff. I did not gather that. It was awful.
There was lots of different details to this story, but one of them that really got me was when the police arrived on the scene, you see them going through the house, and the cop put his hand on the door that goes down into the basement, and he grabbed the doorknob, and then he got distracted by something else going on in the house, and the cops never went into the basement. And if they would have went into the basement, this story would have been entirely different because her body was probably down there the entire time. And instead, now the parents can go, oh, somebody who, after they threatened us with our daughter will be killed if we don't give this much money or whatever. Then they brought the daughter back to the house and dropped her dead body off. They would have known if this one cop would have opened that door in that moment, what actually happened down there. It's pretty insane to think about that. All right, quickly, let's see. Tipsofthenewsjunkie.com. Jenny says, hey, News Junkie, couldn't agree more about the Christmas trees. Experiencing picking out your own tree is always so much fun. I can still remember doing it as a kid with my parents, and now I love doing it with my kids. It really gets you pumped for Christmas, just like making your own costume for Halloween. We all did this year. The Hawks making awesome memories one holiday at a time. Happy holidays, junkies, says Jenny Hawk. Thank you for the email. And David emails, and he says, Sean, the hypocrisy is killing me. If you take a hard look at the losers, clowns, and criminals that make up the current Congress of this country, the Hippocratic complaints about, that's a weird way to use that, about the pardon of Joe Biden's son are a joke. Take a look at the crimes against people like Rick Scott, Matt Gaetz, and dozens more of the current congresspersons and explain to me why somebody could be mad at the president's pardon. Arg madness. Rant over, says this person. I know why people are mad about this. Because politics is a blood sport and everybody's just looking for the next thing to be mad about. I am saying if you want to get your actual feelings on a topic, the first thing you have to do is disconnect yourself, like disconnecting yourself from the matrix. Disconnect yourself from the politics of all of it. Take away all of that from your mind and then go, if I was in this position, what would I do that I thought was the right thing to do? And I think 9 out of 10 fathers would say, I'm sorry, I'm pardoning my son. I'm not going to have my son go to jail when I have the power to stop that for what isn't some serious violent crime.
Is he pardoning anybody else?
He will, but I don't know if they've released any more names. It always happens in the month of December in the final term of a lame duck president. Joe Exotic
out of nowhere.
He could. I would like it.
Field.
Yeah, he could. He could absolutely do that. And then there was a wild suggestion.
Did they say? I think somebody was reporting on this, because everybody's talking about it, and they did like how many pardons Trump did in January of like on his way out. Like he was a pardoning fool.
You could do it up until the 20th when the transfer of power happens, and every president does. There's not presidents that go, well, I'm not going to pardon anybody. That's what the pardon exists for. Okay, quick break. We'll talk a little more about one of the crazy theories that was thrown at Joe Biden this weekend. I'll hit on that briefly when we come back. And I have to talk a little bit about the world of technology because this weekend was a doozy in this world. And I think there's some big changes happening. What is it? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Why follow Real Radio on Instagram? Because we want to send you to see the Tampa Bay Bucks in an upcoming home game. Each week this NFL season, you have a chance to win tickets. Check our feed at Real Radio 1041 on Instagram.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic is starting to slow down on I-4 westbound between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. You could expect your regular delays approaching the Lake Buena Vista area and the Champions Gate area. There's congestion at the intersection where Vine Street meets John Young Parkway. An earlier accident still causing a bit of commotion on Semorin Boulevard near Venturi Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by MountDora.com. It's the 31st annual Mount Dora Christmas Walk, Friday, December 6th. Free family street party in downtown Mount Dora, live music, shopping, and free Santa pictures at the 25-foot Christmas tree. 6 to 9 p.m. December 6th. Details at MountDora.com. Brought to you by Discover Lake, Advent Health, and Duke Energy.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
Ah!
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Christmas music playing right now on Magic 107.7.
Feliz Navidad.
Magic 107.7.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Orlando.
Any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with DayQuil VapoCool. It's DayQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey guys, due to the recent storms in Orlando and Tampa, SolarSource has their first ever bulk order discounts on solar battery systems like I got. I love them. Discounts starting at $1,000 off solar battery systems. They're Tesla powerful walls and they're awesome. The lowest price they've ever seen at SolarSource. Sales are currently planned to run through December 31st, so get them now at solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando. Mornings. Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hand, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cup Disheners. Air Cup Disheners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern Style Sweet Tea. And And they're incredibly cost-effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day.
There are drinks. And there are drinks from McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
FEMA disaster assistance may be more than just the first check you receive. There's also assistance for temporary housing, home repairs, moving costs, rental assistance, and more. But you have to apply. If you are in a county approved for FEMA individual assistance, go to disasterassistance.gov. Call 1-800-621-3362 or find a disaster recovery center at fema.gov/DRC. Apply for FEMA assistance today.
Greetings from Daytona, where a band of dreamers took a strip of beach and turned it into a proving ground. The Great American Race, where year after year, greatness is the destination.
Start your engines, let's go!
So book your experience and soak in 500 miles of history and tradition. The Daytona 500, February 16th, 2025. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Radio. 104.1.
Now back to the most viral newsroom on planet Earth. This
Vaughn S., the latest Secret Shows subscriber. Unlock Secret Shows, uncensored shows at thenewsjunkie.com. Thenewsjunkie.com. Had a huge epiphany this weekend. And I'm telling you, everything is about to change. Everything is about to change.
Everything in America?
Oh,
the world.
In the world. Everything in the world is about to change. I spent some time this weekend using some of the latest AI tech, using a lot of programmer AI tools and building out stuff.
You texted us something really nerdy this weekend.
My God.
You were bragging about something AI where you told the AI to make...
So we have a whole like infrastructure behind the show, and there's other stuff that I would love to get built out that would just help with different things that are going on during the show, help remind me stuff, all that. And I said, instead of paying the developers to do this, which is incredibly expensive, I said, maybe I can use this to make some of these tools that I have in my head. I've always wanted to be a full stack developer, which means if you come up with an idea, most of those people don't have ideas. If you come up with an idea, you can code it and you can turn it into something. I've always been the person with the idea and then pretty basic knowledge of coding, HTML, PHP, and that kind of stuff. And just enough to get myself in trouble, basically. And so I used some of the latest AI this weekend, and I'm building out some web projects, some tools to help me with the show. And then I say to the AI, I go, build a replica of yourself in the admin section of this website so that I can make further changes to the website from there. And it goes, okay. And it dutifully builds another version of itself so that you can just tell AI, hey, edit the front page, edit the home page to do this, this, and that.
So you told an AI that, are you paying for this?
Yes.
And you told the AI that you're paying for to make a copy of itself that you don't have to pay for?
Yes, and it did.
That's like asking a genie. That's like you're asking a genie for more wishes. You would think that'd be against the rules.
But it's the way that you word it?
No, I just asked it. I said, in the admin section, make a replica of yourself so that I can talk to an AI over there, and the AI can make changes on the website. So you basically make it like self-sufficient on its own. And it said, all right, writing the code, generating all the files, doing all the, boom, pops it up, and there you are. And then you have whatever you're looking for. And I could sit there with any idea in the world, any idea that I could come up with right now, and you just say to this AI, you said, build me a website that does X, Y, and Z. Okay, and I also want a chat component to the website. Okay, and I also want this. And you step by step, there's nothing better than this. It's better than any human engineer, any human programmer, because they make mistakes. And this thing, when it does make mistakes, which is relatively rare, it fixes them. It says, whoops, there was a mistake in the build. You want me to fix it? And it fixes this. It's crazy, 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 crazy. And I said, that will take away the jobs from much of the developer world, not the developing world, but the world of people who build websites and do that kind of stuff. Not yet, because most people don't have enough technical knowledge to do this, but it's very, very close. And I just had this epiphany during this process while I was screwing around with this AI, and I said, everything's toast. Everything's toast. The future, this is going to be so much bigger, honestly, than the internet. It's going to be way bigger than the internet. We will think about the time before AI was the center of everything and the time after AI became the center of everything. Think about all the things that the internet has done to change your life.
We'll just have a new numbering scheme for years.
Probably.
Before AI and after AI.
Yeah, AI.
And, who's not going to do it? Alexa.
Alexa's
like,
garbage.
I don't understand. Would you like me to turn off Christmas lights or tree?
I'm building out TNJ AI right now, which it's too slow at the moment, but it's brilliant. It's so
short bus
smart.
AI.
The problem is it just takes a little while. Like you say, what year was Home Alone filmed, and in what city did they make it?
1994 NYC.
Well, we'll see if you're right. I think it was in Chicago, wasn't it? Yeah. I don't honestly know.
Home Alone was filmed in 1990, and they made it in Chicago, Illinois.
Damn it. I'm the worst AI.
That's the AI. That's TNJ AI. Just spitting facts, letting you know what's going on out there in the world. You can ask it anything. It's
Do you
way
have an
better.
option of voices?
You can't change. Well, you could change between like 5 voices, but you can't do a custom voice with this setup. It's just a little slow. And you can say, how many people live in the state of Illinois? And the turnover time is just a little too much, but I can make it faster. And all of this is just done
As of 2021, the estimated population of Illinois is approximately 12.7 million people.
Pretty efficient, pretty crazy.
All right, now give it a conversational piece.
Like what?
Like, do you want to be a human?
Do you want to be a human being, or would you rather stay an AI? This might be an existential breakdown here that happens. It could blow up TNJ AI version 1.
As an AI, I don't have desires or preferences. I'm designed to perform tasks and assist users to the best of my abilities. However, becoming a human being would come with a wide range of experiences and emotions that are beyond my programming.
Ooh, wow. All right.
Sounds like they kind of want. Also, I got to tell you, this voice it does teeter between male and female. Like there are some moments where you're like, that might just be like a skinnier man.
Let me ask you that. Who is the person that did your voice originally? Where does your voice come from? See if it knows that. I don't even know if it'll answer it.
Your mama.
It might put up guardrails in some
As an artificial
situations.
intelligence developed by OpenAI, I don't have a specific individual who did my voice originally. My voice is generated by a text-to-speech system that was trained on large amounts of data from many different sources. It's not associated with any one particular person or voice actor.
It's crazy. The whole world is going to change as a result of some of this stuff.
It's too fast.
It's going to be so fast. All the jobs are just going to disappear because every job can be replaced by
Is that why you're making
robot.
a TNJ AI? You got something to tell us?
This is to help during the show.
Okay.
This is to solve problems.
Instead of ceiling, you're going to lose your Google Desk job.
This is easy peasy stuff. The thing that I'm really working on is the ability to take simultaneous live video calls during the show. And I've got that probably 60% to where it needs to be. You have to have a little bit of a knowledge base, and you just start asking these things. And AI is so far down the road. It's just stunning to me. Google's dead. I mean, it's just dead. We're not going to search for stuff anymore.
Does AI go into the deep web yet?
I don't know if, hold on, let's see. I don't know. Can you search the deep web, or do you know about the deep web? Let's just ask. Let's see what the response is. See, a little slow sometimes. It's too
also,
slow
we don't
for
know
my
if you're
liking.
talking to us or the computer, Sean, so. Us humans are still here on the show with you.
Yeah, this time I'm talking to you. Oh, it's really thinking about
As an AI developed by OpenAI, I don't have the ability to browse the internet or search the deep web. However, I can provide some general information about the deep web.
All right, it doesn't actually search through it.
I thought it was searching the web to get all the information. Is that not how AI works?
No. It can search online. It could search online, and you could give it URLs, and you can ask it stuff. Like, you could give it your website and say, is my website secure? And it'll test all of the things on a live website. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Every job is toast. If you just think about your job and go, could a computer replace me? Could AI replace me? I think everything is going to come down in price in a drastic way because there'll be no labor at the center of it. And I think a huge portion, in like 50 years, a huge portion of the United States will not work. The jobs will just be gone. And
that's
you
why
won't
you have to get ahead of it. You got to be the person who knows the AI.
Or you start stacking coins right now.
Social media started happening. It's all the old people.
Well, I think this is going to be so much bigger because that just changed the way we communicate and how conversations go and changed a lot about the world. But this is going to kill work. Work dead in 50 years. Because why would you have humans doing these jobs when technology and robots can replace it with such ease? And I really think we're going to end up there. We're going to be on planes that are...
Thoughts on the robot uprising, Sean?
It's
after
terrible.
all these years.
Terrible and terrifying and interesting.
But vested.
I have to tell you this. And tell me what you guys think about this, okay? This is what I was considering this weekend.
Who are you talking to, the AI or us?
I'm talking to you. I was considering this weekend. If given the opportunity to live at any point in the human timeline, I would choose right here and right now. And obviously we don't know what's after us, so it's hard to choose anything after, but it's such an interesting time to be alive with all the stuff that's going on and all the leaps forward that we're making. Would you, if you were given the opportunity, grow up in this timeline, or would you actually go backwards if you had the ability to do that?
I don't know. I think, like speaking for myself, I'm totally down to stay in this timeline here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think from the perspective of somebody who's going to lose their job or is not ahead of the game and going to get lost in it and possibly not be able to live, make a living wage because a robot has replaced them, then I'd go back. Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
it's a lot.
But I think, look, with a robot replacing people and people not getting a living wage or any of that stuff, it matters less if everything becomes so insanely cheap because there's no actual labor at the center of it. So if you can, without any human interaction, get a box of cereal to the grocery store and then even get some robot to pick it up from the grocery store and bring it directly to your house, then the price of that good over time should come down drastically. So then people wouldn't even need to work. We'd be so rich and we'd be just operating based on technology alone that the world of work would just evaporate, which is wild to consider. Sense. You don't think that makes sense? I don't see it happening any other way.
But the world not working or there not being labor, it will be replaced by some other system that is going to be detrimental to a mass part of society. No, like the idea of everybody not working sounds chaotic.
It sounds genius.
Of course, yes, it sounds paradise. But like, just think about now how are the highest of classes, they won't stand for it. They'll find another way. And I think it's going to suck for everyone else.
If the technology is free and available to everybody, nobody can gatekeep. You wouldn't have a problem with that. That's what we really have an issue with, because I know the U.S. government would like to get a stranglehold on AI and stop the development of it.
Like, we still have the alien stuff, huh?
Because everything will be happening and developing so fast. But if there was a way that this played out, it absolutely would be likely, I think, that the world of work would end. And when I say that, I mean simple jobs. When you go to a Chick-fil-A, does it matter if there's no human beings? You wouldn't even know, probably, if everything was done perfectly by robots, AI, all of that. You would not know the difference.
Still closed on Sunday, though.
They could be open 24 hours a day if they wanted to, and they could just keep going, and everything could be much cheaper because labor is expensive. Labor is what makes the prices of things go up more and more and more. What do you think? Let us know. Send us a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. The story that brought me down this road was Wall Street Journal saying Google is for old people now, and that's a problem for Google.
Hey, how dare you?
Googling is going to become absolutely a thing of the past, and I know they have an AI, but I feel like their AI is not as... people don't care about it as much. Bard or whatever the Google AI is.
I mean, honestly, it's not that I care. It's like when we do that quick Google search, it is right on top, convenient.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got to get to the point where do I take that word for it, or do I ask ChatGPT that is now in my phone, or I start using Safari, and that gives me more precise results.
Yeah, there's another one, too, which is kind of like there was a website that used to be like this for search, and you put in whatever. No, it's not that one. You put in whatever your query is, whatever your question is.
That one has a good search, algorithm, though.
Imagine AI porn results.
You put in whatever your question is, and it gives you answers from ChatGPT, Bard, whatever the Microsoft. It shows you all the different AIs. Yeah, Grok. All of them. It shows you what the different answers are. So I don't know. It's just crazy to see all of that happen so fast. They're in big trouble. Here is Dispatch Dan with a comment about AI. I think. Here we go.
Hey Sean, I'm kind of in like a love-hate relationship with AI. AI is great as a tool. I use it a lot in my photography when I edit weddings and portrait sessions, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It has sped up my workflow exponentially. AI is awesome as a tool. Where it pisses me off is not so much the AI, it's the people that abuse it and use AI to say that they have a talent that they really don't. All they're doing is prompting AI to make something. They're not actually creating images or self-portraits or any of these works that they want to just put in and say it's their own.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I don't think input is something, and input has to have some sort of inspiration behind it. So it's not nothing, but it's certainly not comparable to actual manifestations of art. So somebody drawing something or painting something, or
it's that Diddy video I sent you guys over the break where
I didn't see it.
AI is doing some weird stuff. You didn't see it?
I did see that. But I forgot what it was.
I don't know. My algorithm is so weird on Instagram now, where it's like Yorkies and then very disgusting AI videos of like celebrities and I guess relative to the news, but it was, I don't know. It freaks
like
me
this.
out, man.
We got sent another one of these. Ready? This is just for you folks who are watching us over on YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie.
Oh, the Diddy videos were really freaky.
And the idea that you can do this.
Why do I have a limp?
I don't know. But like, it's us in our promo photo come to life. So we start walking. There's dumpsters on fire around us. We're just cruising through the world.
It's weird.
Unbelievable. And it just kind of hit me this weekend how big this is going to be overall.
Putting that AI with a picture, what AI thinks my face looks like if you put down that mask.
Oh, that's true. It kind of has to guess because in the promo shot you got the bandana.
It's just my eyes.
All right, we're going to take a quick break here. We'll see what you think about all of this. We got to work in the Sarah Boone sentencing. That is coming up here. And I have a question to ask everybody. I thought there's a graphic that I saw this week and kind of blew my mind, and I want to see how you feel about it. All right, that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic is slowing down due to construction on the Greenway northbound between John Young Parkway and Orange Blossom Trail on I-4. You could expect your regular delays in the Champions Gate area approaching the Lake Buena Vista area. Other than that, it's pretty mellow on most of the major roadways. There's congestion on the ramp from the Greenway southbound to Colonial Drive. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Great news. That mortgage guy, Don, also offers HELOCs. That's home equity lines of credit. And it's a way to unlock your equity while keeping your super low 2%, 3%, or 4% rate intact on the first mortgage. Get cash out for home improvements, debt consolidation, back taxes, Christmas presents, anything you want. And unlike the corner banks, that mortgage guy, Don, has HELOC options as low as a 640 credit score. Get the process started today with an expert and a friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Get up to a 30% upfront bonus to use for your retirement income, or up to 12% per year to help grow your retirement income. Whether you're in retirement or will be retiring within 10 years, Trajan Wealth can offer some of the highest guarantees in the business. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know no one wants to work forever. We all need to retire someday, and I know you've worked hard for your money, so now is the time to guarantee it. Take advantage of up to a 30% upfront bonus for your retirement income, or up to 12% per year for retirement income. Don't woulda, shoulda, coulda. Get up to a 30% bonus just for opening an account, or up to 12% per year for retirement income. Don't leave your retirement to chance. Retire the right way, the Trajan way, with Trajan Wealth. 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states says Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Hey, Russ Rollins from the Monsters here. Life Imaging FLA. They want to remind you that, listen, the holidays can be stressful. People get stressed out. A lot of people have cardiac arrest during the holidays. We don't want that to happen to you. Get into Life Imaging FLA and get a heart scan. See how your heart is doing. You can do that for free with Life Imaging FLA. You pick up your cell phone, you dial pound 250, you say the words free heart scan. There are a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value that is definitely worth it. You got to get in there. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia when you talk to them about the heart screening. And a lot of listeners have had their lives saved by going to do this. When you talk to them about the heart screening, ask about cancer screening as well. Super important to do. You know, that is a game changer in terms of treatment and outcome, early detection. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. It's Life Imaging FLA. Make sure you tell them Russ and the Monster sent you.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay.
Let's go! Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Rebuilding after a flood can be difficult, but if you have flood insurance, you don't have to go through it alone. The National Flood Insurance Program can help you and your family recover by paying claims swiftly and fairly. If you've experienced flood damage, start rebuilding today by calling your insurance agent or company to file a claim. For more information about how to get your claim started, visit floodsmart.gov/claims. Brought to you by FEMA and its National Flood Insurance Program.
Remember that meal you made last Christmas? The one that everyone still talks about? The one with Fresh from Florida sweet corn and sausage stuffing and strawberry parfait for dessert? Of course you do. That's because you're a member of the Fresh from Florida Club. You went to freshfromflorida.com, created a menu from your favorite recipes, and saved it as best Christmas dinner ever. This year, you'll go online, open up that menu, and bam! You've made that meal that everyone is talking about again. The Fresh from Florida Club. You're not just creating menus, you're creating memories.
Hey, sweetie, I got you.
iPhone 13?
Yeah, it's from Total Wireless. Ooh, and what's cool, it has...
Super fast 5G and the awesome dual camera system. Oh my gosh, I love it.
I love
you, Dad. Best dad ever.
Get iPhone 13 for just $99 when you switch and buy 2 months of the Total 5G Plus Unlimited plan. But you better hurry. They'll go faster than you can say.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah.
Total Wireless. We're totally with you. Limited time offer while supplies last. Restrictions apply. Available exclusively in Total Wireless stores. 5G access requires a 5G-capable device and a 5G service area.
Lenovo's Cyber Monday is finally here, and the savings are massive. If Lenovo is on your holiday list, skip the search and go straight to the source, Lenovo.com. For today only, you can score exclusive deals with savings up to 68% off. 68% off! But these offers are today only, so act now before it's too late. Don't miss your chance to save big. Visit Lenovo.com today. That's Lenovo.com.
Hey guys, I'm Kate Max. You might know me from my popular online series, The Running Interview Show, where I run with celebrities, athletes, entrepreneurs, and more. After those runs, the conversations keep going. That's what my podcast, Post Run High, with iHeartRadio is all about. Listen to Post Run High on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Post Run High and start listening.
Tackling sensitive subjects with unparalleled irreverence.
Hear from you. We'll work in a couple of the final dispatches and all that good stuff before the end of the show today. So you can still send yours if you want to join us here. Send a video or audio dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. One thing I'm seeing coming in is there's some people suggesting that the Biden pardon of his son, Hunter Biden, is wrong or bad, I should say, because it's too big in scope, which I actually think is a fair criticism. I think that were this to have been done correctly in the way that I would have probably done it myself, were it my son, I would have said, I pardon him of all crimes related to this tax evasion case and the case which was him lying on the paperwork they filled out to become a gun owner because he was on drugs at the time. I would have made it much more tight and related to those crimes. The Biden pardon of his son goes back 10 years, and it's just like a blanket pardon for anything that would have happened in that period of time, which I would not be in support of. I think that's too broad. I think it should have been more narrow. But
what's the difference? If it's in the past, are we saying that if something comes out that he was involved in something in that scope of 10 years, he can't be prosecuted for it?
Yeah, he will be. He's already pardoned for it. Any crimes that go back to a particular date that he might ever face.
Man, if you found out that he murdered someone,
this is it. I think it's that's a fair criticism. That it's too broad and goes back too far. So let's toss that in along with everything else that we've been talking about. I got to tell you, I enjoy this. Maybe you don't. But I woke up on Thanksgiving morning, and as I always do, I kicked on the television. I wanted to watch the Thanksgiving parade, Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and see the big old balloons that they got going on, and everybody else, the terrible lip sync performances.
My favorite.
There was one woman, I forgot who she is. She's a young pop singer, and that woman was trying to be sultry as hard as she possibly could.
During the parade?
There's a woman during the Macy's parade. She was wearing like a red outfit. She was trying so hard to be sexy during her performance. It was like a little extra on top of everything. And I saw some of the reaction going, my kids are watching this parade. And like, Kylie? She didn't flop out a tea or anything. No, it wasn't Kylie Minogue. She did perform. It was, hang on, Thanksgiving. I don't even know how I could search for that. Maybe, could be that. She was wearing an outfit. She's just kind of like
Kylie Control. I'm seeing a red outfit.
Is that her? It's like a little bit revealing red outfit, and she was like rubbing all over herself and contorting herself.
This gal that I just sent to the chat.
Let me see. She was putting so much into it that it was like it was like your drunk friend who, no, this wasn't her either. No. It was like your drunk friend gets into a place with a stripper pole for the first time and they're trying to be all sexy and stuff. And you're like, oh, I don't know. You need to work on that a little bit.
Speaking of your drunk friend, I saw a notification about this and I'd never actually read the story until just now. But I guess people were ripping Jimmy Fallon for what he was wearing to the Macy's parade.
What did he wear?
He sang. He performed his song.
Oh, did he?
I didn't even know he had some song. But what was he wearing?
He was wearing like sunglasses in the rain, and people were like, "When you're trying to hide that your Wednesday bender just ended 30 minutes ago," and stuff like that.
They always get on him for the drink. Here's the one I was talking about. Whoever the hell this is right here. This is the performance, okay? Oh, I got to mute it here. The camera's way far away from this part. But this is a girl, whoever she is. And the whole thing is just like moving your body around and just really touching it. I don't know. Somebody will know that song.
I feel old.
It's a country performer, I believe. And she was just really trying to put a little extra in.
Dasha.
It is Dasha then.
All
Okay.
right,
All right. So whoever Dash is, that's who it was. She was really trying to be sexy. I did notice something, though, as I'm tuned in, and screw all you Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade haters. Embrace a little Americana. The only thing that you could criticize the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is they're a bunch of pussies, and they've rolled back on the cool stuff. And if we go back to the olden days, what they used to do was release all the balloons at the end, and then you could shoot them down, and you could get an award for bringing in the balloons. Now, that's badass, and they should keep doing that in 2024 and 2025. But they don't. Otherwise, it's awesome. It's an American institution, and I love it. But I'm watching the coverage, and I look at the screen, and I ask myself the question.
What a wonderful world.
Where are all the new people?
What do you mean?
Where are all the new people? You see Al Roker, who's really getting up there. You see Hoda, who's been around for a real long time. Okay. You see everybody who's on that Today Show kind of crew is hanging out doing this broadcast.
There's the new people. Dasha.
No. I'm saying on the broadcast crews. Where are the new people? Then they go over, and I don't want to change this for the record, but the dog show, same two hosts that it's been for 8 billion years.
Also, does that guy do anything else for the rest of the year?
I don't know.
Not with that paycheck.
What's the guy's name? He was Peterman from Seinfeld.
Peterman. It's yeah. He was great. He's got a great voice, and I like him. But
it's funny because it seems like he only does the dog show, and you watch the dog show. And he's got 100 endorsements that he reads off during this thing, just collecting checks left and right. And I go, wow, he doesn't do anything for the rest of the year. What does he do?
What a world! That's beautiful, man. He's getting to the AI future that I was talking about already. He's like, we do one job a year, we collect paychecks. It's as easy as
John
that.
O'Hurley. That's his name.
That's him, John O'Hurley. What a guy! There's no new people in any of this stuff. On any of these things. It's all people who have been doing this forever. It's like there's no bench in media right now. There's not a lot of young people coming into radio right now. Those who want to do something like it are going over to do podcasts or doing YouTube stuff or finding their own way without a transmitter and a big tower and 100,000 watts. And I'm like, there's no backbench anymore. Think about the last time we've had somebody new working at this radio station. What's going on, man? It's all of a sudden, all of the backbenches have been eliminated.
Oh, I know who it is. Chad.
Who's Chad?
He's on the weekends.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Chad.
Chad. Does Chad live in this city? Or is
yes,
Chad?
Chad is a friend of ours.
Oh, okay. All right, good. Okay. So we got an actual
You were about
person.
to roast Chad, weren't you? I can feel.
You know what I'm going for? It's these piped in voices from everywhere, like the traffic people who don't know how to say any of the names of the streets and stuff. They've gotten rid of all the people on the bench in media. And one reason is because basically overnight, they got rid of all the internship programs. We haven't had internship programs. Sabrina came from an internship program.
What up?
Josh Fowler came from an internship program. Celine, you came from
Not
an
ours.
internship. Somebody else's internship program.
Just fine.
I worked as an intern when I first started in radio on The Buzz. And this is how you would start out. You would start your career out somewhere. Because what you'll notice is if you ever want to do the huge mistake of getting into radio is if you want to work in some decent sized market, they go, what is your mid to major market experience? What other places have you worked at? And you go, well, I don't have that experience yet. I need somebody to take a shot on me so I can show you that. No, it doesn't work. So there's no backbench on this stuff. And it's really kind of strange to see the media landscape get so stale without any new faces for a while. When we come back, we'll
see ya.
Yeah, this is my last broadcast. We'll do the final dispatches. We'll do the stories that didn't make the cut. And, of course, today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is The Jim Colbert Show. A full frontal comedy lobotomy. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And we've got some chilly weather on the way for the next 4 days. Highs today about 65 degrees, sunshine. Tonight clear and cold. We'll see a low close to 40 in Orlando with mid-30s to the north. Frost is likely north and west of Orlando. That'll be the case right through the middle of the week before we see some warmer weather moving in for the weekend with 70s making a return. Bundle up at the bus stop. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hey, it's Sisney. And for the past 6 years, look, I've been either pregnant or in postpartum. But before that, I was diagnosed with PCOS. And if you know, you know. I mean, my battle with weight loss has been just that, a battle. And I'll admit, I didn't really want to necessarily share this journey with you, but the benefits and the positive change that I've seen in myself are just too good to gatekeep. Feeling good is most important when it comes to losing weight. And now you get to utilize science. That's why I'm so grateful for Future Health. They give millions of people affordable access to weight loss meds for less than $3 a day. Just take their quick 3-minute survey. From there, if approved by a clinician, you'll get prescribed and get the meds delivered to your door within 24 hours. You'll also have access to qualified doctors that know GLP-1s, plus the support from over 6,000 physicians and licensed pharmacies nationwide. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com. Again, that's tryfh.com. Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Give your home a gift for the holidays by upgrading your old windows and doors with the latest designs from Renewal by Andersen. Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim windows and doors offer excellent insulation, reducing energy loss and helping to lower your utility bills while maintaining a comfortable indoor temperature year-round. Plus, they offer peace of mind. With Acclaim Impact Windows and Doors, you're investing in a product that not only enhances your home's beauty, but also significantly boosts its safety and value. Here's what Joni had to say. Great workers and beautiful job. Love it. All the employees are wonderful. Thank you all. For December, Renewal by Andersen is offering buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors, plus zero money down, zero payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Bonus, free True Scene screen upgrade for the first 50 customers. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
Don't miss the 31st annual Mount Dora Christmas Walk, Friday, December 6th. Free family-friendly street party in festive downtown Mount Dora, featuring live music, holiday entertainment, shopping, and free Santa pictures at the 25-foot Christmas tree.
It all happens from 6 to 9 p.m. For details, visit MountDora.com. 'Tis the season to be merry. December 6th at 6 p.m. at the 31st Annual Mount Dora Christmas Walk. Brought to you in part by Discover Lake, Advent Health, Duke Energy, and Waterman Village.
MountDora.com for details.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
Proud to be a donation site for Toys for Tots.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Shop Black Friday deals now at Lowe's. Get up to 50% off select major appliances, plus take an additional 10% off when you buy other select major appliances. Valid through 12/4, cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items. While supplies last, selection varies.
Just Call Mo says drive responsibly this holiday season. But if you're injured, just call Mo.com.
He won't hesitate to call you out when you're being a little asky. This is the news.
Didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. And we appreciate you hanging out with us. If you miss any of the show, get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. Real quick, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Daryl emails, and he wanted to talk about
Chad.
He wanted to talk about Taylor Sheridan. Chad has not emailed in just yet, yelling at me. And he said of our conversation about how the Yellowstone guy seems to be kind of a one-trick pony and everything's like a Western with drama in it. He says, if you think Taylor Sheridan is a one-trick pony, you need to watch Lioness.
Oh, that's on the queue for me.
I never even heard of this until now. It's as far from Yellowstone as you can get, and it's riveting.
It's and I think it's based on the true lionesses of the military. They're like the women that it's like one woman, but they're part of like the special forces, and especially in the Middle East, where they were the ones to get the intel from the women. So
it's about women in the military? That's
women
what
in the military. If I understand correctly, because I went into a wormhole about like the real lionesses based on a clip that I had seen of this show, but I have heard great things about it.
It says the episodes are 40 minutes long and they're over in what feels like 10. Sheridan is also behind Mayor of Kingstown, another must watch. I watched that.
That one's fun.
I thought it was all right.
Coming with season 2.
Another universe away from Yellowstone, says Daryl. We've been getting all caught up in the Silo world.
Yeah,
which
I didn't care for that last episode.
I am liking this. I like this whole universe, and
Same, but that last episode pissed me off.
I thought, I knew right away it was Steve Zahn. I don't think this is a spoiler, right?
Oh, it is Steve's. I'm
spoiled for Sea-Lane.
I watched. Here's the thing, guys. I watched.
Drunk.
Yeah.
Oh,
same with me.
Watch Silo at the end of a long.
I've done that.
Day.
And the rewatch is frustrating because when you skip through the scenes you definitely remember.
Well, there's a problem with Silo right now.
What's that?
Because we tried to watch the first episode of the new season on a day when both Ashley and I were off, and we tried to watch it during the day. And the show is so
dark,
naturally dark, that it's hard to watch during the day because everything is reflecting off my TV screen.
That's true. Crazy.
I can't. There's not enough windows I can shut and lights and I can turn off.
You know what I did? It was grabbed an Amazon box and cut it into pieces to put cardboard over my windows.
I've heard criticism about this from other shows too, when they just film it too dark and you're looking at it and you go.
And then if you turn up the brightness on your TV, it screws it up.
blows it out.
Doesn't look right. So let's put that on the email complaint list to Amazon.
Dear Amazon, please fix this.
CC Chad as well, please.
I love it. I think it's a great show. It's one of my favorite.
Are you caught
sort of
up, though?
worlds.
Did you watch this most recent episode?
Yeah. I'm all caught up now. And I can't wait for the next one. I don't know what I like about it the most, but there's something about a world where it could just kind of go on infinitely and there could be so many different things happening.
And it's like you have those moments where you forget that they do not know what the world was for over 100 years prior.
They have no idea.
So it's like when, I don't think it's too much of a spoiler, but they don't know how to swim, right?
No.
So it's like that
Because
was
they live in
never
a silo.
something that was introduced. So those moments where it's like, oh, you're experiencing water for the first time ever.
Yeah, not only is it because they live in a silo, it's because the people who are actually in control of the silo don't want them to know stuff like that.
But how is that not instinct for humans? And then you could throw a dog in the water and they know how to.
We have a big problem in this country with so many kids that just don't know how to swim. I wish it was more
How do you
instinctual.
put a puppy in the water and they automatically do that, but humans don't?
We don't have it built into us. We do not have that built into our systems. And there's tons of kids,
See if
young
AI can
people,
figure it out.
who are just so young and they have no idea how to swim. And they would be in that situation, they die. And just like the folks in the silo.
Whoa.
That's not, nobody actually dies drowning. Over to Trump, who is getting ready to head over to the White House before too long.
You ever seen him swim before?
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen a video of that. But he says, everybody's talking about the hostages who are being held so violently, inhumanely, and against the will of the entire world in the Middle East. But it's all talk and no action. Please let this truth serve to represent that if the hostages are not released prior to January 20th, 2025, the date that I proudly assume office as President of the United States, there will be, all caps, all hell to pay in the Middle East.
Not just a fleck of hell.
All of the hell, not just a fleck.
Oh, no.
And for those in charge who perpetrated these atrocities against humanity, those responsible will be hit harder than anybody has been hit in the long and storied history of the United States of America. Release the hostages now, it says. So he's talking about a ticking clock here for the folks in the Middle East and Hamas with the
Does
people
Hamas
that they
have
still
a truth account? Because that wasn't.
I don't know. I wouldn't think they're on truth. They might have to wait till this spreads around on Twitter because I think they're there more. And what else? I mentioned this graph, which is just wild to me. And there's somebody who made this graph, and it shows over time.
Ooh, graph sounds.
How couples met each other and friends, family. These are the top ways that people generally meet each other. Or you met them at school and you started a relationship. Or you met them at a bar. In the 60s, the bar or restaurant meetups, they became much more common.
Well, and they're starting to go up a little bit.
And as women headed into the workplace, hey, you might meet a coworker and start up a relationship with them. And so you go through the 70s and the 80s, and coworkers became much more common. Still, friends was the top way that couples met each other.
Online's about to take over.
Oh, my God, look at that
Jeez.
jump.
In the early 2000s, online became number one. And everything else faded into oblivion.
Okay, so what just faded all the way at the bottom because your face is covering it?
Hang on.
College?
Yeah. College is 0.74% of couples met in college. Neighbors is 1.28. Church is 2.1% of couples met there.
Neighbors that way. It is.
School is 3%. Families 4%. Bar and restaurant is now only 5% of relationships started with a meeting at a bar or a restaurant. Co-workers, 8%. Friends, 13%.
That's fascinating.
Online absolutely obliterated all of this.
Well, I will
my God.
say mine is a mix of friends and bar.
Oh, we gotta go.
We gotta go.
The stories in the cut brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage.
Yeah, they're the best. Cento Family or CentoMoving.com, CentoMoving.com.
All right, all
Stress.
the rest has to be done another time. Here we go. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Monday, December 2nd. We are in December officially. Let's look at this, man. We made it all the way to December, friends.
We did it.
All right. During the filming of this show,
Friends, Sesame Street. Muppets.
Muppets is correct. During the filming of the 2014 film Muppets Most Wanted, Danny Trejo's mother passed away. He managed to keep it all together when people on set gave their condolences to him over his mom dying until Kermit offered his own condolences to him, and it caused him to run to the bathroom and bawl his eyes out.
That was like behind the scenes.
What
Kermit
cracked
just
him?
Went up to him.
I think so. And today I learned this band right here.
The Counting Crows.
That's right. The Counting Crows is correct. They got their name from One for Sorrow, a British nursery rhyme about the superstitious counting of magpies or crows. They're in the crow family. Adam Duritz heard the rhyme when he was a child and said, I'm going to name my band after that. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.